What is up, everybody? Welcome back to 1/6 Fix for another Bargain Bin Bros stream. If you're new to this channel or new to Bargain Bin Bros, I want you to know this is not a serious thing, all right? Bargain Bin Bros is totally in jest. If you're excited about any of the figures that we're going to talk about, not trying to take away your excitement at all, really this is just a mess around, and kind of the mission statement of Bargain Bin Bros is to save us all money, right? We all like to collect and have as many of the collectibles as possible. So, we're just always looking out for deals here. So we may, to use a term that Shane taught me, take the piss when we talk about some figures. Did I use that right? I feel like I didn't.
Perfect.
But
Yes, you did.
It sounded really unnatural, but yeah.
there you go. So when we talk about some figures, we may put them down a bit. But, again, all in good fun here. I've got an amazing panel today, and you never know who else may stop in. But let me start with my, backup co-host and my good friend Ben Thomas. How you doing today?
I am good, man. Thanks for having me here. I'm happy to see all the people here. I was like, we can't leave Marco hanging by himself. And then I got here and there's like an all-star panel. So I'm like, well, if I have to go back to work later, we're good. We're good. So especially Dean the Dream. Let's be honest. He's the man. Yeah, I love that guy. But no, it's good to see you all here. Thanks for having me. I always appreciate it. And I am excited to talk some Hot Toys. So
awesome. Glad you could make it. And thank you. Sorry that you had to move around your day to accommodate, but I really appreciate you having you here.
It's just paint. Nobody died. We're good.
There you go. And I may give you some duties today, in terms of addressing the chat and whatever you're comfortable doing. So it's always great to have you as my wingman here.
I'll do my best not to fumble over anybody's names in the chat. Love y'all.
Well, you know what? I can barely speak half the time, so that's not not an issue here. So the first time on the channel, Reviews with Rich. Rich, how are you doing? Thank you for being on today.
Oh, thank you so much for asking me, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm really good, thank you. I am winding down my week because I'm going to go on holiday for a week, so I'm really looking forward to talking some figures. And I've just the guys already know this from collecting lounge. Collector's Lounge. I've recently picked up a 3rd scale Prime 1 Hush Batcave.
Oh my.
Yes, and I have to buy a whole display area now because it's not going to accommodate what's there at the minute, so I'm going to have to just change everything up. So I'll wait for that when I get back. But it's 2 huge boxes, and I'm really happy about it. And things were sacrificed, but let me tell you, it was well worth it. So yeah, I'm really happy from the little deals I've done this week, and happy to be here. So thank you so much for having me.
Very cool. No, thank you for joining. That's awesome, though, that you're able to add a nice piece and still have some funds to go on holiday. So, that's the balance that we talk about all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, man.
All right. Well, thank you, brother. We've got my Russian compadre here, Joao Big Bretta. How are you today? Oh, sorry. I'm not hearing you at all.
Having my vodka here at 1 a.m., as you can see.
That's quite the pour of vodka, too.
It's how we Russians do. But yeah, everything's fine. One more Bargain Bin Bros and full panel. I think it's going to be fun talking about the Spider-Man, about the Bronze Trooper.
Hot Toys is doing some weird shit right now, so this is like the perfect time to...
It's the perfect stream.
Exactly. This is what this was designed for. So, no, thank you for joining today, brother. Also, Ben, I think you've been on one other time, but the Attention-Seeking Geek, how are you doing today?
I am not doing great, but that's why I'm here, so that I can turn my day around. Marco put the invite out there, and I said, no, I'm in a shit mood. I can't bring myself to be around anyone. And then I realized, why don't I inflict myself on the internet instead? So I'm here. I'm in the sort of mood to tear Hot Toys a new one. And I'm looking forward to it. But I'm amongst great company, so this is like a little collector's lounge international sort of sideshow right now. So yeah, I'm loving it.
Yeah. Well,
you guys
virtual hug to you, man. Just to make sure you're all right.
Thanks. I'm fine.
Feel all warm and toasty.
Nothing like taking out your toxicity on some figures, though, right? We just pour it all out there, leave it on the stream, and it'll be cathartic for sure.
Yeah, figures don't have feelings. Fuck
That's
them.
When I saw today the announcement of that Spider-Man, if I went live at that time, I would be banned for life from YouTube. Honestly.
It's like one thing after another right now with this company. Like, my goodness. So we'll get into it there. But yeah, Ben, thank you again for joining. And
No worries. Thanks for the invite, man.
yeah, always invited here. So my brother, Dean the Dream, how you doing today, man? Thank you for joining.
Good. I just am right at the tail end of a Lord of the Rings marathon. 3 a.m. came along, and then episode 3 came out, so I watched it, and I was like, you know what? I'm not quite done with Lord of the Rings. So I started watching the extended cuts of all 3 movies.
Oh my gosh.
God
So
damn.
the Battle of Minas Tirith just started. I have not been to bed. I'm so tired, but here I am, and I'm going to finish this fucking movie before I go to bed.
Oh my gosh, man. You're on an absolute marathon. You're a wild man.
Episode 3, are we thumbs up or thumbs down?
Episode 3 is a pretty definitive thumbs down for me.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Episodes
Without
1 and
it.
2 were like, okay, like I could get behind this. Episode 3, I was like, it doesn't help that afterward I started Lord of the Rings, and like it's such a far cry in a way of like how much care went into the movies, and then you go to the show, it's like, oh, this is a cash grab. Like they didn't give a shit about any of it.
They spent so much money on that, though. They spent $1 billion.
And it looks terrible.
Does it really?
Like it doesn't. If you go back and watch how old those movies are, and they still look that amazing, and then you go to the movie or the show, and you're just like, what is this?
Oh, no.
It's almost like watching the prequels. It's like, oh, it's all green screen. Like they didn't really, they didn't put any time into anything except maybe the costumes. Like,
Oh, Jesus.
it's upsetting. But
But
you know, people
Rich-
like the
Rich,
show.
you gotta
it's not
take
terrible.
Dean's-
It's watchable.
Take Dean's opinions with the largest grain of salt ever.
How
Because
Oh,
dare
really?
you.
Okay.
does
I am
not
an
like the Dark
internationally
Knight.
syndicated podcast host. How dare you? People tune in for my opinion.
Oh yeah, and I'm not saying that you're not a great personality and people don't love hearing your opinion. I'm just saying sometimes your opinion's shit. So that's all.
Hey, you know what? You're not wrong. I know that my opinion is sometimes bad,
No,
and I'll be the first to admit it.
we love the diversity of thought, diversity of opinion. If it was all the same echo chamber, it would be no fun. So
That's right.
yeah, we just try not to talk about Dark Knight with you as much as we can avoid it.
Hey, I admit all the time I'm the only one with that opinion. I know.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, yeah, Dean, thank you for joining today. Next up, 1/6 figure focus, Shane. It is what time in your neck of the woods, and thank you for joining today.
It is like 6:15 on a Friday PM. This is like a normal time to stream.
Okay.
So,
all right.
I see Ben gets it as well. Is I getting like a Friday feeling streaming? Like, I mean, this is. I don't have to stay up until stupid o'clock. I don't have to drink 22 cups of coffee. This is brilliant. Thanks, Marco. Thank you.
Of course, no, happy to
Great.
always accommodate this time when we can. You know, obviously it's a
Yeah.
little bit more challenging for Ben and myself, but to be able to chat with collectors from around the world, totally worth the sacrifice. So
We need to change it to like B1 and B2 or like badass and more badass. All the Bens in this chat, I'm already confused. I'm like, yes, no. Oh, that's that Ben?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
I don't know whether I'd ever be
it's
known as
just
badass,
two.
to be honest.
No? Oh, okay. Well, you're
Yeah.
badass to me, bud. Okay.
Oh,
I wouldn't
so
An
nice.
ass.
I wouldn't classify either of you as badass, but you know, that's all good. Still love you
Marco.
both anyways.
Jesus.
I'm in one of those moods. I'm just, going after anyone.
Scorched earth.
And next up, actually, to feel my wrath, my brother, Profi. Mario, how you doing today?
Marco, I'm doing well, sir. How are you?
I'm doing terrific. A lot better now that you're on the
Excellent.
stream too.
Hey, buddy, you know what? I am absolutely happy to hear that, man. You know, I'm absolutely ecstatic to be on here tonight, man, with everybody.
Wow.
Look at with all this illustrious worldwide panel you have here, man. What you've assembled quite the panel, my friend.
I think Lael's probably going to go after me after this. I've just literally taken his
Stolen
Players
all his
Club
power.
International and just stole them all.
We
you
don't
know?
belong to Liao, okay? We can we can fly elsewhere. Like
That's not what he
it's
told
okay.
me. He said,
Help
"Stay
us,
away
we've been
from
held
my-"
against our will.
I need to have a look at my contract.
We can fly elsewhere.
There you go. I got to get him on here as well. I got to send him the link, but I know he's a busy man. I feel guilty anytime I, ask him for any bit of his time because he's just so freaking busy. So,
Yeah, but the rest of us aren't.
yeah, well, you know what?
The hell, man.
The
Jeez.
guy,
Well,
the guy
probably-
literally-
Fuck us, right?
We are, we are
You said
your
it, I
bitches,
didn't.
right?
That's right. You all aren't streaming every single day like he is. That was my only point.
No, but D23 streaming right now, man. Pull me away from that.
Oh, is it
Fucking
on
come
right
over
now?
here.
It's
Yeah,
the
oh.
D23 is only the game side. So
I was
the
going to
gaming
say,
side
what
is
panels are today? Right.
Tomorrow is Lucasfilm and Marvel. So we're
Let's see what we got.
we're gonna get all that then. So we're gonna get indie
Yo.
trailer hopefully. Gonna get some announcements on Fantastic Four. So some really interesting stuff gonna be coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay, so
yeah.
that's-
Just I'm waiting for the parks panel, man. That's all I want to hear. Disneyland, Disney World. What's going on with the parks?
Oh, there you go.
Hey,
Okay.
you might get it today then.
I'm all
That's cool.
for it, brother. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
all for it, man.
So what time is that park stream at?
Don't know.
Okay.
Sometime
All
this
right.
weekend, dude.
I recently booked Disneyland Paris for next year, so I'm going to be going.
Ooh, nice.
I'm excited. Little
Oh,
girl's
yeah, that's a
first
beautiful
holiday
park,
as
man.
well.
Oh,
That's
that's so
gonna be
nice.
very special.
Man,
Yeah.
I just want to like skip up and down Main Street, man, with attention seeking geek with the mini ears on, bro, and just like eating a churro, dude. Just living our best life. Bro.
Oh, churros. Yes.
Churros.
Good man.
That's
That
right, man.
there is the dream.
Yes.
Yeah,
Is
that
Can't get that
Spider-Man
image out of my head now.
That Spider-Man is D23 exclusive.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
Yes, it
almost a
is.
really good transition to a figure. Should we just jump in and talk about that guy now?
Let's do it.
Let's do
course.
it. You know what? Let's address the chat really quick. Ben, would you feel comfortable addressing the chat?
I mean, I think I can read. Hopefully, we'll see how she goes.
Better
Although
than
I do
You
have
got
one
confused
question.
by the one other Ben on the panel.
I did. It's
You're
right?
the other one. You only have to say Ben once.
Ben in Canada. Also, did you say an indie trailer as in
Yeah,
like
hopefully so.
Indiana Jones?
Indiana Jones.
Like,
Yeah, Indiana Jones. Yeah.
like
yeah.
the Adventures of Indiana Jones and his new walker, or like
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
if I look,
He's
if
getting
I look
pretty
anything like
old.
him at 80, I'm going to be happy. So
I know.
he looks fantastic. It's so it's out next year. They were filming it during the pandemic and last year and everything. So they've got some material to unveil. So hopefully it will be a trailer.
And if it's
That's awesome.
anything like the other films that Kathy Kennedy has overseen, it's going to be an absolute banger. So we have nothing to worry about.
Well, the good thing is not to get too much behind baseball, but it's directed by James Mangold, who did Logan. So
Yes.
we're in
Which
safe.
is
Well,
a
didn't-
masterpiece.
Didn't
Which is a
Kathy Kennedy
masterpiece.
oversee the original Raiders of the Lost Ark?
She was
So
in
if
there.
that's
Yeah,
the
she
case,
was-
then
okay.
yeah, man.
Yeah, we're happy days.
Yeah, it will be a banger, Marco.
There you go. All right.
How
All right.
Yeah.
old is
Apologies
this
for the
woman?
negativity.
Jeez.
How
old is
All
she?
right, bloody hell.
She was
Fine,
there for the OG.
These
I'd use
these
it on you right
Canadians
Right?
supposed to be nice.
I can't feature anybody's comments. I don't know why. I've lost
Oh,
my
you're
access.
locked out, huh? Oh
I'm
no.
locked out.
Okay.
You hate to see
Damn
it.
it.
So you're gonna have
do
to
you want
do
the
it.
better Ben to do it? I can
Yeah.
read.
Well, you know
I
what?
insist.
Status
Ben,
Ben.
Ben had the administrator access, so I'll go ahead and
Yeah.
do it.
I've been
I'm
cut off.
struggling today, but you know what? Let's go ahead and address the chat here. So we got 1-6 figure focus in the house. You hate to see it. All right. Insane one, chrome bronze. Yes, we will get to that. Oh boy, I'm not happy about that, by the way. Thank you for joining. We got Tukathree in the house. Sup, gentlemen? What's going on, Tukathree? We got reviews with Rich in here. My bro, baby boy 562, random bargain bin bros on a Friday afternoon. Feels like I found $20 in my pocket. Just $20? Come on. Thanks for joining, man. Brandon Salad, let's bro, baby. I like that. I think, Shane, you may have been the first one to say let's bro, and I'm absolutely still in that. So that's awesome. Gilbert, thank you for joining. What's up, fellas? What's going on here? We got Ben Thomas in the house. We got my bro Cuervo in here. Cuervo, glad you're able to stop by for a bit. We got to get you on here as well. I know I've been telling him, Cuervo, you got to get a good mic, and we can get you on more streams. But I know he's a very busy man. So
What an elitist.
I know he is. He is, right? Gonna talk about the chocolate trooper.
Come on,
Yes, we
you,
are.
bro.
Oh, me. Yes. You know,
Get a good mic.
Conscious now about my mic.
Get a good
I'm like,
mic. Why is you out here then, man?
wow. All right. He's the only one that gets the pass, okay? Is it no
Okay.
wonder, though? My mentor is Zach. Like, obviously, I'm going to be a snob when it comes to audio. So,
Wow. You set the
yeah.
bar so low.
well, Cuervo, thank you for joining, brother. We got Larry Walker in here. Good morning, gentlemen. Larry, thank you for joining. Calvin Williams II. Good morning, everyone. I heard,
Calvin, my
is
brother.
Calvin Williams going to D23?
No, he's not. No. Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
No,
Not
he's
all
not.
right.
Those rumors
already-
are completely false.
You've already called.
Yeah,
All
that's
right,
not
all
happening.
right. All right, you're obstructing that one. All right, Calvin, thank you for joining. Alvin J, what's up, everyone? Alvin, thank you for joining. We got Tyria. Wow, full house. Hi, everyone. Tyria, thank you for jumping in here. Let's see. We got Universal Key as well in the house. Afternoon, everyone. We got Blackbird Tech. Thank you for hopping on in here. We got the absolute legend, Bob Dylan. Happy Friday. Yes. Looking forward to a Friday stream here. Dean, the man of my dreams. Yeah. The man of pretty much everyone's dreams, if we're being honest here. Let's see who else. He said,
Maybe
Ben
nightmares.
Thomas, the nicest Canadian collector. Ben's kind of an ass, though. Everyone thinks that you're nice, but
It's
I
all
don't know.
front.
I'm mean behind the scenes.
He's a
Yes.
secret brick.
Yeah. If you pay close enough attention. Oh, man. We got Shane, the sexiest 6-scale Irishman. Wow.
Agreed.
That is,
Wow.
Couldn't agree with you more.
that's high praise right
There
there.
you
I took that as an insult. Six
Yeah.
scale. What's the 6 scale business?
Right? Why is that? the
Tiny
cutoff?
man.
You think he's really small, or
Oh my.
he's a 1-to-1 scale?
Proof.
Man. He's
That's
fully
right.
grown.
I have feelings too, Dean.
Fully postable.
Shane, you gotta get up and prove everybody wrong, bro. Come on.
Whoa!
No.
We got my
There's
boy
Dre.
Dre in the house. Dre, what's going on, man?
Wow. Firehouse.
Is he from a fight club? What's going on?
Yeah, we can hear you. I thought you were Loco Lou for a second, jumping on like this.
I wouldn't dream. Yeah, I wouldn't dream of it. Yeah, can you guys see me? Okay?
Yeah, we can see you.
Yeah, we see Angelito. What's going on, man?
Not
You in
much,
a
man.
restaurant?
Yeah, I'm actually at Phil's Coffee. Gotta do some work here. So I just wanted to come by and stop by, say what's up to everybody. You know?
Appreciate that, bro.
We
What's
got
the
time,
Phil's
bro.
order?
Shit, what did I get? I got some silken something. Silken Splendor.
Wow. Okay. Fancy stuff, man. All right. Well, yeah. Thank you for jumping in here, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
If you wouldn't mind, I'm gonna ask you to just, when you're not talking, be on mute because we're getting a little bit of background noise for you. I sound like I'm running a meeting right now. Okay, let me take my professional voice off. Nah, I appreciate my brother jumping in here. We got Equan in here. Hello, my bargain bin bros. Does anyone work? Yes. That's
wrong,
yeah, that's
though.
a good question. Does anyone work, as John would ask? Yes. We've got let's see. We got Cuervo, we got Commander Green in the house as well. The Emperor can feel the hate flowing through all of you. Yes, we're ready to hate on some figures. We'll stop hating on one another and hate on some figures here soon. We got Yomo in the house. What's going on, Yomo? Let's see. TX Boy 210. What's up, 16 fam? Thank you for joining. Appreciate that. Triple G Comics evening. Awesome,
Yeah.
Triple G Comics. Thank you for getting in here. Oh man, okay, this is glitching out on me.
Peter.
We got Funky Cold Santa. What's up, Funky Cold Santa? Thank you for being in here. We got Dean. I couldn't pronounce this. How do we say this name?
Domaton.
There you go. Don Maton.
French.
Thank you for being in here. Yeah.
I thought it was Don Matten.
According to Gigi, it's Maton. So I think she's gotten confirmation. But thank you for being in here, Don. We got Blue Tattoo. Hey, everyone. Let's see. We got my boy El Profi in the house. We're never going back to Profesoro. It's going to be Profi from here on out. So
Just call him El Jefe, bro.
that's right. He is.
That's right.
The
That's right.
mayor.
That's right, Dean. Listen to your
What's
boy.
that?
Oh man, we got Alvin J in the house. Let's see, Ty Uncommon Flex. Ty, you should get in here. I'll send you the link if I'm able to break away from here for a second, or if someone wouldn't mind sending Ty the link to see if he's available. Thank you, guys. We got Declan Doyle getting hit hard with the euro to dollar exchange rate. Hopefully it improves, picks up some more figures from Sideshow. Okay, so what's the conversion right now? My UK
The dollar is
collectors.
basically, well,
UK doesn't use euro. You guys
Apologies. I was thinking pound. Okay, so sorry. Tell me the euro conversion.
Basically the dollar just overtook the euro, so
Yeah,
the euro
0.99,
was slightly
right?
stronger. So yeah, so now it's just like basically the euro was kind of getting, you know, maybe about like 110, 105 for like a few months, years, or even like now it's just gone the other way around. So it's just the dollar's beating it.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's the
awesome.
same for England as well. It's really it's really bad at the minute.
The pound's struggling a bit. Okay.
The pound's
wow.
struggling, yeah.
Yeah, uncertain times right now, which is even more reason why we got to be smart with our decisions here. And you know, Hot Toys has given us plenty of reasons to shy away from certain releases, but we will get there very soon. Let me just Sunamo 09. Dean, are you getting in art Lord of the Rings figures?
I feel like I have to. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Long story short, there we got JB Beats NL. Hello, everyone. JB, thank you for being in here. All right, I think I'm just about through with all that. So let's get into talking about our first figure here. And this is one that I know everyone has been really, really excited to talk about. So let me get this here. Boom. And the first figure we're going to talk about is obviously, it's got to be the Lightning Girl. So this is one hotly anticipated.
Spelling.
Wow.
Look, so bad. It looks like Natalie Portman's cracked out. Look at that.
Someone said it looks like Tom Cruise.
I'm going to throw it out there. I actually don't think this looks too bad.
Oh no, Ben! Don't say.
No, I'm serious, man. I don't think it's that.
It looks like me in drag.
That face is too small, bro. It's like she's got this great
Rich,
big
you're not
head and
bad
a
looking,
tiny
Rich.
This is
It's atrocious.
all right. Well, I think we've said enough about that one. So let's start here in talking about this this black chrome Death Trooper. Now this is one I was personally really excited about, and what we're showing here is the solicitation photo. Obviously, a lot of folks that were there at Celebration, like Mario, kind of hyped this up, saying how good it looked in person. I got a chance to see it. Yeah, you were a hype beast per usual, but
You say so, dude.
Yeah, I got to see it in person as well at Comic-Con, and thought it looked great. I was like, okay, that's the black chrome that I was anticipating.
Hold on. You were at Comic-Con?
I know I haven't really told a lot of people about it, but
I didn't know that.
I was there.
Wow.
So this is a picture that I snagged over at Comic-Con, so it looked great. And then this is what we got. And so shout out to the Clone Collector, who kind of shared these pictures, and confirmed that it's really bronze in hand, right? I also saw Justin's review, and I think MRC as well kind of talked about this, but yeah, it did not turn out as they advertised. So Ben, I'm going to start with you. Is this a figure that was, Ben Thomas, excuse me, was this a figure that was on your radar, and how do you feel about how this turned out?
This one is not on my radar, to be fully transparent. My collection, I like to try and keep it to things that I've seen on screen, essentially, or on-screen representations of the characters. So this is a kind of a variant that I thought was a cool idea, and I was pretty stoked for the people who were getting it. I do think it depends on the light and kind of the ambient wall temperature in your room and some of those types of things as well, I'm sure. Not to be one of those guys that always blames the lighting, but I think that does play a part when especially you have a figure that's just so highly reflective. I mean, you look at even the wall to the left of these figures is a pretty creamy color, and because I'm in paint, I just know that light refraction is a thing, right? And that your eye draws color from the color in the room. So that doesn't help. On the other hand, I feel like didn't advertise this possibility very well. So when you see amateur photos start hitting the Facebook groups, obviously it's going to cause some pretty crazy ruckus, and I'm sure a lot of cancellations and a whole bunch of things. So no, for me this is definitely not coming to my collection. But I still think that there's like a market for this. I still think that there are going to still be some people who think it looks cool in their collection, whether or not it has a bit of a brown shimmer or not. It's just not really what we felt was advertised to us. So
That's a good point, Ben. Yeah, I think this definitely will be for someone now that folks know what they're getting, but definitely not what they advertise. So, Rich, what do you think about this one?
I think it's disappointing. I think those pictures that you took in Comic Con, and obviously the ones that Dean went to Celebration, so it looked badass. I mean, look how nice that looks. It looks really, really nice. But those new pictures that have come out look atrocious. It looks like they've had too many coffees, and it just doesn't work for me at all. Or it's like the paint's gone funny. Is that just a miscoloration with it being exposed to something, or is it a bad batch of them, or is it literally all of them?
Let me just add this. If you see Justin's review, Justin's use pure white lights and the white background, and this you can still see it
still
bronze
looks bronze.
color.
Oh, okay.
Wow!
There you go.
Oh
So
my
there you go.
God,
Yeah.
Okay.
So clearly not what was
that's
advertised.
Atrocious. Yeah, that's not what was advertised. I think Hot Toys has to be very careful from this point onwards with what they promise and what they deliver. And I think with what's going on at the moment, with everything happening with cable, etc., I think there's going to be a lot of people that are not going to pre-order anymore because they're going to wait for things to be in hand. I mean, that looks so bad. That's this one on the left, isn't it? That's what we're talking about.
It's the one on the left. So on the right is the
that's
Mando
terrible.
Death Trooper. Yeah.
The one that's actually black is not advertised as a black Death Trooper. It's a Death Trooper. The one on the left, which is a black chrome Death Trooper, is brown. And it's not good at all. It's really disappointing. I was never going to get this one. I really like the one from Rogue One or the Mando one. They're going to appear again apparently in Andor, so hopefully we'll get a couple of the different versions.
And the specialist, hopefully, right? Which
the specialist, wants. Absolutely, yeah. But it's just disappointing that it's just. They need to be really careful now with what they release. And if it means they have to maybe hold off a little bit, then they need to do that because people are starting to get pissed off with it. That's what I have to say on that one.
Well said, yeah. And I think your point about folks not wanting to pre-order, right? Like it was already an iffy proposition, and now, they've done this. This feels like the most egregious, like bait and switch since that Tony Stank controversy, right? Where it's this is just absolutely not what you advertised at all.
No,
so
not at all, not at all.
and I will say, I canceled mine through Sideshow. They gave me, a full refund. They gave me no problems at all. Looks like Cuervo was able to do the same. And TX Boy 210 is asking, at least you're able to get all your cash back, Cuervo. If you don't mind me asking, did they refund the NRD? And so, yes, I think that they refunded his NRD as well. So, yeah, that's...
The thing is, these things aren't cheap. Do you know what I mean? These are a couple of £100 each time, $100 a time, and you want what you ordered. And if you're not getting that, then damn right you should get your money back. I think it's really bad that they've done this. It's atrocious.
Well, and I think the fact that Sideshow is willing to even do the NRD return
they must
shows that even clearly they are like, we agree, to be honest, right? Like,
yeah, definitely. That's bad.
Absolutely, yeah. So, Dean, what are your thoughts on this? I know we talked a little bit about it on After Dark, but
yeah, this is this is unacceptable. Considering this is the third release of the Death Trooper. It's supposed to be different, obviously, right? Black chrome. But not this different, dude. Like, considering we're probably going to see them again, they're going to release the figure again. This was supposed to be, not an exclusive, but it's supposed to be, wait, is this an exclusive?
Mm-hmm.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, bro, if you're ruining the exclusive, like, come on, like, It's just unacceptable. Like people, this is supposed to be a standout figure in people's collection because it's like, okay, I got the Death Troopers from all the other shows, and this is the one that's the exclusive, and it comes out looking like a polished turd, literally, in some instances.
Yeah.
With the photos, it was hard to tell because, like Ben said, the lighting and the wall was kind of off-colored. So while you guys were talking, I pulled up Justin's video, and you pulled up this picture right now. And even then, in the starkest white contrast you could possibly shoot onto this figure, it's brown. Like there's no two ways of it. It's just a brown figure. What is this? It's terrible. And like Rich said, these aren't cheap. You know, shipping, tax, getting them overseas, even that, you know, is several $100s. So it's totally unacceptable.
Yeah, well said, Dean. And I will highlight Mafia's comment here where he said, I think it looks great under, what is that, 5500 K lighting, which I'm not as familiar with the lighting.
It's
I'm
white
sure
light.
Ben-
That's pure white light.
Yeah, pure white.
And Anthony, by the way, thank you for jumping in here, man.
Hey, Anthony.
But you know, so I think it does actually look kind of cool, and this is kind of gets back to the bargain bin bros thing, where okay, it's not the figure that I ordered, it's not personally for me, but if you kind of like the way that it's turned out, this is one that's probably going to hit a pretty deep discount, you'd assume, based on all the controversy. So definitely like hold
all
off
the
if you
people
like
that are
it.
getting their NRDs back, and Sacha's going to be sitting on a pile of these, bro.
Yeah,
Black Friday
would
comes
assume.
along, this is going to be cheap as shit.
It's going to be a bargain bin bros special there. So, Ben, the attention-seeking geek, what's your take on this?
So firstly, this is strike one, okay, for Hot Toys on tonight's show. Strike one. All right. I wasn't really into the chrome, like the chrome troopers and stuff like that. Like that gimmick just kind of went over my head a bit. It just wasn't something that appealed to me. I like to kind of feel like I have something that has stepped out of the film or looks like it did in the film. This one, however, I was more drawn to because I was thinking to myself, oh, it will still sort of look like that. It'll just look like a really polished, nice, shiny version of the Trooper. Now that obviously it's released, it does not fit that criteria anymore. So I would have been massively disappointed if, I mean, look at that. Like that would appeal to me, but compared to kind of how it's come out, I would have been massively disappointed. But fortunately for myself, it wasn't something I ever kind of pre-ordered or anything like that. It wasn't on the radar. But rubbish.
Well said, and strike one. But luckily Hot
Strike
Toys hasn't
one.
done anything else to piss us off, so we're good.
No, I'm sure they'll be fine.
That's right. Joao, what's your take on this?
No, I mean, before I talked about this one, I didn't pre-order. I was not actually expecting even to add to my collection. I do love the Death Trooper, the Mando one, and now probably I will have the chance to add it because this will go bargain bin, and maybe I will join the other Death Trooper. But yeah, is a miss from Hot Toys. I don't know what went wrong with this. It's not normal from them, especially in paint application. They are usually quite okay. So I don't know if they even knew about surely they knew about this when this went through QC, but they just thought we have too many stuff in production. We cannot now
just get it out.
Yeah, just get it out and let's see. They love Troopers. They will love this one too. But seems the community is not there. Like you said, many people are canceling pre-orders and Sideshow will have a lot of stock. I know this Death Trooper here in China, the quantity was very low. I think it was 300 pieces or something like that. It was not too high. And I haven't heard any comments around here. It seems no one was too worried about the coloring. I don't know if it's only one batch or if it's really all of them. Maybe this is just a bad batch. We don't know, right? But seems just in collection, and the other one is showed just now. They all have the same color problem. So again, it's a bargain bin probably coming soon.
It's not the bad batch we want, is it?
That's right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well said. All right, Shane, what's your take on this?
I'm a Trooper collector, but Ben nailed it. I remember him saying gimmick months ago on Collector's Lounge, and I was like, "Yeah, you're dead right. I prefer if I'm collecting troopers, I want things that came from the screen that had some on-screen representation." And yeah, I just no, I was never going to go down these Chrome Trooper lines. I do think what we saw in Celebration did look amazing, and I do think if I was at Celebration, with Leia and with Mario and with Riley and maybe with Chef and other people, I'd be like, you know what, I'd like a memento too, more to remember my friends and my buddies. Like, I think that's cool. Like, but looking at how this turned out, to quote one of my videos, I'm glad I waited. Sorry, had to do it, folks. Had to do it. No, it's just not. It's not what was advertised, and people bang on about prototype and stuff. It's just a prototype, and it's not the same color. So personally, no. There is one thing though, like if you remember the hype, you had to get a code, you had to be there, but then people were sending the codes to their friends at home, so you didn't have to have a code, and the code got you free shipping, which is cool. But then again, they ended up in Sideshow. The Clone Trooper ended up in Sideshow. The Chrome Clone Trooper, the Chrome Death Trooper ended up in Sideshow. Has the Stormtrooper gone on Sideshow yet?
I don't think so. I have not seen
Yeah,
it
but
yet.
you could still get it overseas. So it's just again, like nothing's exclusive, and that's not me ranting about it. That's just me, like, I realized a long time ago these things aren't numbered, so they're not exclusive. They're just trying to make money. So I assume this will feed into the rest of the conversation. So no, definitely not for me.
Okay. Well said, Shane. All right, so my LWO brothers, El Profesoro, Mario, what do you think about this one?
Shane, what do you mean by it's not exclusive?
You can get it on Sideshow, and originally you were told it was kind of like a Celebration exclusive, wasn't it? And then it popped up on Sideshow.
Well, not necessarily, man, because Sideshow were the ones that were actually handing out the vouchers for it. And they said that, I mean, they've done this before at other cons to where whatever's left over at a con will usually go up on their site. That's how it naturally goes. That's what happened like with Darkside Anakin. I think that one was so limited but the whole community was bitching about it, right? So they just decided just to release like a shitload of them, and now.
But when you hear the word
history.
exclusive, you kind of do associate it with, is this like hard to get, or is it exclusively at a certain place, or is it like limited? Like, and none of these things are limited. So when I hear exclusive, it's isn't it like supposed to, I thought it'd be at one point of sale. You know what I mean? Whereas, okay, fine, it was on Celebration and then they got them on Sideshow, but you can still get them overseas and stuff like that. So I just, when the word exclusive is there, it's kind of like, I just don't really take it that seriously, because I know I can probably still get it if I wanted. That's all.
Yeah. Usually through a reseller if you usually get it elsewhere. But I mean, I hear everybody's points. I totally get it, man. I'm still going to hold on to the one that I've got. I've got a second one in pre-order as well that I'll most likely cancel. But this is for me to just this is just a wait and see. I'll get it in hand, see how it looks, man. And to be honest, if it's brown, then it's brown. Who gives a shit, dude? I mean, it doesn't matter. Aesthetically, it's the same fucking trooper, man. The only thing that I am kind of like, bummed about is the fact that they got rid of the leather holster that holds the pistol. But at the same time, I can understand that if you do, first of all, those things would fray, like crazy.
And also, about to say those things are garbage.
To say what? Is
that lagging?
A little bit better now, though.
Oh no, those holsters are absolute trash.
So because motherfuckers don't know how to use them. But anyway, those things, it's a bummer that they're not there, in my opinion. But I get that it might also scratch up some of the chrome. But,
Mario, I'm from Texas, bro. I know how to use a holster.
Prove me wrong, buddy. But yeah, it's a wait and see, man. I'll still get it in hand.
There you go. And yeah, I think it's still going to look sweet, honestly. And so to Mafia's question, does anyone have it in hand? I don't think any of us have it in hand, but I have chatted extensively with the clone collector who does have it in hand. I know he was pretty upset by he ordered 2 of them, obviously dropped a pretty penny on them, and was pretty upset by how it turned out. So I feel like I would fall in that camp.
Sorry, Mario. Just on that, like, no disrespect to sorry, man.
How dare you, man?
Sean, go ahead, man. It's totally fine.
That's fair. That's fair. I can't argue.
You hate to hear.
Sorry, Frank. Anyway, so no disrespect to Anthony, obviously, but I've never taken that you have to have it in hand argument seriously. I just don't think that we got 4K video footage. There's photographers. There's multiple different people who have it in multiple different environments. I don't know. I never really got the in hand argument before. It's just like, we've, like I said, 4K footage, 4K video. There's photographs going around. I just never really saw that as an argument, or something like that. I just still think it doesn't look what
really
what
quickly
it was
though.
like.
I think he's got a follow up here. Just a general question because his are shipping. So I think maybe he more meant like, does anyone who ordered from Sideshow have it already in hand, and not necessarily are we judging it based on in hand impressions?
Gotcha.
So,
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
But the
absolutely.
point is, like I was trying to make as well, is like, I when a figure turns out bad, a lot of the time people will say, yeah, but you have to have it in hand. I just don't think we did. But like, if he doesn't mean it like that, that's 100%.
Yeah.
Like,
So it sounds like not, but yeah, no, I kind of agree. And obviously Justin, who we have up here, and Jeddah are like really, their production skills are so strong that normally you get a really good sense of what the figure is going to look like. So let's see. Cuervo saying everyone's so spicy this morning. You love to see it. We're a very spicy bunch here. Shiny saying I'm with Focus, and Anthony saying correct there. So yeah, so this one is it's tough. Dre, go ahead, man. You haven't said your piece. What are you feeling about this one? Did you order one of these?
Yeah, I just want to apologize for the music here. I tried to find a different area where it's a little bit quieter. The fucking music is really loud.
No, you're good, man. It's going to get me copyright stricken, but I'm not monetized, so it's good.
Sorry about that, guys. Well, anyways, yeah, I just wanted to comment on that too and say that, I'm surprised that this figure is getting a lot of controversy. I do agree with the folks as far as like the false advertisement goes. They should have at least mentioned that it's going to be like a gold chrome tint to it. I don't understand why they couldn't just put that. Instead of using black, they could have simply just put chrome. People definitely would have been upset. So I get that. But at the end of the day, I do agree with someone who said that at the end of the day, it's just another Death Trooper. So if you already own the original black one and you're buying more of this style, it's a different color regardless, right? That's kind of what you want. It's a niche kind of thing. I did order one of these. Right now, like I was talking to Dan yesterday, I was up in the air about like, should I cancel it? Or kind of just keep it. But the more I look at it, the more I kind of like it because it is kind of different. It is an exclusive, and who knows? Like maybe this will be like one that everyone kind of shits on right now, and then later on it's going to be kind of rare. But whatever. Hot Toys is not even rare anymore. So I don't know. I don't think it's that bad. You know what I mean? Me personally, I think Hot Toys are doing far worse things, especially with yesterday's release and this morning's release. But I get it though. I think it's a letdown for the people who actually went to the con, grabbed those card things and pre-ordered multiple. So I totally get it. And I don't quite agree with Focus. I think things do look different in here. It's one thing to see it like on screen, but to actually touch and feel the material and see it in different lighting. You can create your own lighting. For face sculpts, right? And you get different shadows, they look different. So I don't 100% agree with you, Focus. But other than that, I think I'm just gonna wait for it to get it in hand, and if I can't make it work for me, I'm just simply gonna return it. Problem solved. So
there you go. Okay. No, well said, Dre. And yeah, I think, like I mentioned
You
before,
heard him?
I think
You're
it
able to
does
hear
look. What was that?
You said well said. You're able to hear him?
Yeah, I was. Yeah,
Wow.
if anyone in the stream, if you weren't able to hear Dre, let me know so I can boot him out. But yeah, I was able to hear him. So let's see. Larry Walker's asking a question here. Did anyone ever ask Hot Toys, how did this happen? The thing about Hot Toys, right, is they don't communicate. So in this instance, this is kind of where their lack of communication really backfires, because if they came out and said, hey, by the way, this is a defect, or, this is the closest we could come, then maybe folks would have a decision to make based on like, oh, okay, well, at least they're going to make it right, or somehow they just literally push it out with not a word. So we could ask Hot Toys all we want, but they're never going to respond. So let's see. Let's see. We had another question here. Blue Tattoo was saying the new Bucky, the pics don't do it justice. You have to get it in hand to see it for real and how good it is.
Shane, what do you think of that?
Pardon?
I mean, hold on. For me,
Blue Tattoo's
it's
comment down here.
It's
No,
just
I
like,
disagree with it.
if you go to a restaurant, right? If you go to a restaurant and you read all these Yelp reviews, people are going to shit on it. People are going to like it. It's what you like. So at the end of the day, it's subjective. If you don't like it, you
Exactly.
don't like it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
No,
it's the same as a movie, dude.
it's
Everyone
true.
can shit
I
on a
guess
movie
it's-
that you love, but then when you go out and actually
Yeah.
see it and it speaks to you, then you don't care what everybody else says.
I would say the difference though
It's
is
all
like
love and
this would be like a $250+ gamble opposed to like going to see a $15 movie or going to get a $25 meal, right? Like this is percentages.
Marco, don't I get
higher
a
of
$300 plate before, bro? Come on, man.
You can always return
Only
it.
when I'm hanging with you, man. Go ahead, Shane. Though you were saying you disagree.
No, that was I just don't agree with that argument. I never have, like, and that's, again, no disrespect to Blue Tattoo, whoever does make that argument. And I suppose ties into what Dre is saying as well. It is all subjective, like, so yeah. I don't know. I just really think this looks very different to the footage from Celebration.
Okay. Got it. Yeah, and we're hearing that no one could hear what Dre was saying. So sorry, Dre. You're yeah. Let's see if anyone else is giving us.
He said
feedback
things
here,
were
but-
subjective. That's basically what he said.
Yeah.
I was just enjoying the slow jams, to be
There
honest.
you
in the
go. They
background.
said also can't hear a single thing Dre said. Damn. All right, Dre. You're gonna get booted here.
Dre, you
I'm
better not
actually
come like this
gonna-
for tonight, man.
Oh, no. I'm actually going to dip out right now, guys. I don't want to
right.
hold up the stream. And yeah, so thanks for having me. I'll see you guys tonight, all right? Later.
All right, sounds good, brother.
All right,
Thank you for
brother.
stopping in.
Take care, buddy.
Okay, man.
Hey, I appreciated him, being in here and giving it a shot. But let's see what Mafia was saying. True, but I wouldn't say top production. Oh, okay. Let's see. Gigi
Enough
is
to
saying,
tell that the color is not the color that it came in Celebration. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's kind of the thing, right?
It's tremendously different. It's
Yeah. That's really where my decision is coming from, because I wanted the black chrome version, and this is not that black chrome version. It could end up being a fine piece of art on its own, but definitely very different from what we were promised.
It's a mocha chrome version. That's what it
right.
is.
Smoke.
It's an
Mocha
Americano.
bronze.
It's not a black one. That you can't put that in the title and it not be the color that it says it is. I
That's
think
the
it's just-
craziest thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. It
If
just
they
don't make any
marketed it as
sense.
mocha and it was brown, maybe everyone would be
Yeah,
delighted
that's
with it
it.
now.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Gigi is saying, by the way, shout out to my beautiful wife, Gigi, who is saying, Marco, the meal we had in Spain was as expensive as it was shit. Wow. Yeah. She did not enjoy this. Like, is it gastronomy? Is that the correct phrase? Like this, like multi-course meal that we had that I thought was awesome. And she, by the time the bill came, she was like, it wasn't worth it. I want to tell she wasn't saying that, but she was like, I want to give them feedback that it wasn't great. I was like, all right, relax here. Let's see. Let's move on to the next weird thing that Hot Toys has done this.
Can you check your Instagram?
Oh yeah, of course I can. I'm just monitoring, trying to host a show here, but I can check whatever you want. Let's see.
You're so sassy.
Okay. I love Joao. That's oh, thank you for this, by the way. I will add this to the.
I think it's important.
Yes. Are you able to pull this up? Would you be able to share this on your screen, Joao?
No.
Okay. Well, I'll add this.
He's
to
a
the,
guest on your stream, bro, and you asked him to work. How dare you?
I'll figure it out how I'm going to share it
I'm
somehow.
so
but-
far from the keyboard.
Yes.
You can log
my
into Instagram online. Like, you can just log in and open
Yeah,
another
you
window.
log in for
Yeah.
Instagram in one tab.
It's too much work, guys. It's too much work. Cuervo's asking if I can check my email. Yes, I'll get on that as well. Facebook.
Yeah, Marco,
maybe
check your
too.
OnlyFans real quick.
Yeah, that's right.
Mark,
I've
can
also
you check your
faxed you.
actual mail
I've
outside
faxed
your
over
house?
something.
We'll,
There's a
we'll
carrier
get it all.
pigeon on its way. There's a raven.
There's a raven.
Oh. So let's talk about this second goofy freaking thing that Hot Toys has done this week. And
Can you
this
please
one
that
is
pancake out?
yeah. Oh, this one here is quite baffling. And so, Mario, I'm going to start with you. What is your thought on this one? because it is just a really silly decision that I can't really wrap my head around. But maybe you've got some more logic to it.
No, I don't. I mean,
I have
it's
some.
a
I have some.
it's a simple cash grab, man. I think it's a missed opportunity to do a completely battle damage version, in my opinion. I mean, y'all know me with battle damage, man. If they should just do it from top to bottom instead of just including these separate parts. If anything, they probably just taking away some of the clean parts and throwing some of the battle damage because it keeps in theme with the display overall, right? So then you have at least have a little bit of integrity for the original release or the reissue rather. Excuse me. And I don't know, man. Hot Toys exclusive, whether it's limited or not, who knows? Is just I don't know why they're cannibalizing their own market, man. Especially if they have something that's still in stock. You know, I don't know, dude, why they're doing this. Hot Toys is gonna Hot Toys. This isn't the first time this has happened either, man. You know, so to me, it's just like I think it's funny, you know, to be honest, to see everybody upset about this when this has happened plenty of times before previously. So
has it ever been this egregious though? Like this is insane how short they.
Bro,
you know, I guess like
had
the Beskar man,
Venom,
Mando.
Dark Side,
Venom, yeah.
Return of the Jedi, Luke Skywalker, bro. Light side, dark side, Anakin. You know, we've seen it before happen multiple times, dude. You know.
Yeah.
So it happens. This is gonna happen, and everybody's got to deal with it.
Yeah. And really quickly, let me address this from Will. Is everyone playing hooky today? That's a good question, Will. Well, you know,
Back to work,
for
Will.
a lot of
What's hooky? I don't even know what hooky is.
Like skipping out from work or from school.
Oh,
yeah.
I see.
But thank you for jumping in here, Will. That's awesome. Let's see. So Rich, what's your thought on this?
So I think they made too many and they've got loads spare. So they put a base on that's really nice and they're trying to sell it off. I think this is the last time they're going to issue a Mark V until they get the USB.
So then why pick this up? Why not just wait until that happens?
Exactly. You know? Yeah. Well, exactly. That's my point. There's I saw obviously a lot of videos this week with a lot of angry collectors with this, and I agree with their points. But when people say that they're not running a business, they are, and it's disappointing for the people. I almost bought it this week, actually, earlier this week, because when they had the sale on for Labor Day at Sideshow, I almost bought it, and I was like, oh, I could do with getting something else instead. So I held off. Thank God I did, because if this is available on Sideshow, I'm definitely going to get this one over the other one, and the other version is going to sit. And it's just baffling to me, the timing. Like Shane said, they did it with Venom. Literally, people got it in hand. It sold out. It went on wait list, etc. And then, oh, by the way, there's the Let It Be Carnage version, which is the same price, and it's just got a Tom Hardy head sculpt. It was just a bit silly to me, the timing. They could have probably held off for this one. They could have held this one off and released it later on with the USB charging. If they did it like that, then I don't think anybody would have been angry. I think it would have been a completely different version, because the other one isn't a 2.0. It's a re-release. It's a literal re-release. There's nothing different from the original version, or by all accounts. So yeah, it's weird decision timing-wise. Something to clarify something, guys. I don't know if anyone else thinks on this on the panel, but when people say, I haven't got the new Captain America, I haven't got the new Batman Begins, etc., that's going to be a completely different department from the people that are announcing these releases. So when you're running a manufacturing company or a company like this, it's not on the same production line that the prototypes are on. They've sent those off. Those are completely different versions. So the argument of I'm still waiting on this doesn't make sense to me. Does anybody else feel the same as that, or is that just me?
Maybe Joao, do you have any insight into that?
Why should I have?
No, then.
I bet you're glad you asked Joao to be on the panel.
We're getting the high energy version of him today.
No, but I think it makes total sense what Rich is saying, because it's separate production lines. They are not in the same. They are not doing
Absolutely.
a Batman and then pause the Batman and go to Iron Man. These are completely different production lines. So each one has their own process and they are separate. So I agree. It makes sense for as a a manufacturing process makes sense. Or else you would receive Iron Man with the Batman boots.
That's the thing is that like that's been one of the arguments this week, is that why has this been announced and we've not got XYZ? Well, XYZ are with a different area of the business and the manufacturing process. I work in engineering. I have worked in engineering, so I know where different areas go to different things. If they're in production line, they've sent those off to be produced and then with the big enough numbers to then send out. It looks like to me they've got a load left of these Mark Vs and they're trying to get them out.
Yeah, I agree with that completely.
Yeah, definitely.
I think they have a lot of them.
Thank you.
Shane, what's your thought on this, bro?
My thought on this is going to be some bargains on that Mark II or Mark V. Sorry, not a 2.0. There's going to be some bargains out there now if people want to pick it up. Do you know
No, but wait a minute. You know that this is a D23 exclusive.
This one?
Yes.
This one
Is
is
it confirmed
as
as that? I thought the other one was. Oh,
They usually print D23 on it, don't they?
The Spider-Man
No,
doesn't have.
Yeah, they didn't
But
print it on the other one.
yeah, look,
This
it's
is D23 too.
Oh
Right,
wow, I hadn't seen that.
yeah, look, I don't know, it's a bit mad. Like, so people, I think a lot of people just got. I don't really care, to be honest. I don't really care, because I figured out a long time ago that these aren't actually number pieces. They're not like exclusive. What it is, exclusive on the box. Really, they're not limited. It's just like, if you like the look of one shelves, buy them, and if you don't. Like, that's, I suppose, just to simplify everything. Like, I do see how this would just annoy people. You could see it as soon as you saw it. Everyone went, "Oh God, people are gonna go mad now." Straight from like celebrating Valkyrie to this, you know. But yeah, I just didn't pick it up the first time. I didn't pick it up the second time, and I won't pick up the Mark V this time. You know, unless maybe the 2.0 they released in April or wherever it was. I don't know what time when it was released. Maybe that gets like dropped down and it's too good to turn down. But I don't really collect like that, so I probably won't anyway. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't really have much to say about this. It's
but you know, now if it is true that it is a D23 exclusive, and I've got no reason to doubt you, Joao, then
Probably it's not.
I do. Where are you getting that information from, Joe?
Probably is not.
Okay, it's not. Okay,
I got the information here from the distributor here in China and Hong Kong. So, but
This
probably
is-
is not.
Typical
I feel
Russian
that-
bot trying to
It's
throw
not
false
mentioned on their page
information
at
out there
all.
into the.
Yeah,
I feel like
probably is not.
Mario needs to have like a light that he can shine into Joao's face. Where did you get that information from? Where were you between the hours of 5 and 6? You know?
Yeah, I will always admit when I'm wrong.
Joe, come on.
well, the
Empty your
Spidey, the Spidey one says celebrating the official start to D23 Expo this year. That's the Spidey one, not this one, I'm afraid.
No, it also says that it's
Oh, yeah,
exclusive to D23.
Mm-hmm.
If you go on reading it, does mention that
The
one.
Spidey one does, correct?
Yes.
Mario?
So it
Yeah, it
means
does.
that you will have this one and the other one at the same time in stock at Sideshow. Makes no
Well,
sense.
Joel, there's another one. There's another con going on in Taiwan right now, isn't there? Did they show us a bunch
Yeah.
of pictures from over
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
like
yeah.
recently? So it could be tied to that. I don't know. I mean, there's nothing mentioned of which exactly it's tied to.
Everything is so strange with Hot Toys recently.
Yeah.
It's definitely not, they're not projecting strength, that's for sure. Like, not a company that you're feeling really confident investing a bunch of money in. I know I'm starting to get a bit nervous, and yeah, this is not good signs of the future for sure. So Joao, anything else to say on how you're feeling about this one?
No, I think it's all said already.
Okay.
I already talked. There's not much to talk about.
Meat
this, I
on the
think.
bone. All right. Well, with that transition, Ben, the attention-seeking geek, what do you think about this? Are you happy with this move? Are you excited to pick this diorama base up?
Marco, strike 2 for Hot Toys on this stream.
And I will note that they're reusing the same bottom of the base. I saw this on Facebook.
Yeah.
For the the most recent Iron Man announcements, so they're getting a lot of mileage out of this new base that they've designed.
Recycling
You know what though?
material.
Like you
And
could
recycling the figure as well. There's that.
like
the
they
no different.
they could make a good a killing with just selling that base if they just
Yeah,
had
absolutely.
like a battle damage base generic-y, with the rubble and stuff like that, and maybe even have a just a blank area and you can put your own, name tag or whatever or logo on there. I reckon they'd sell a lot of those. So, yeah. You see those comments, by the way?
Yes, I did. I was like, what the hell is he talking about? And he's logged onto the wrong one.
Well, look at the username too, man.
And it's a Nicolas Cage face.
Yeah, it's weird.
Brilliant.
That's phenomenal.
But yeah, I mean, it's funny. I made this video in reaction to the suit down, open armor or whatever. I made a video reaction where I basically listed a ton of Marvel characters that they've not yet done that they could have done before announcing another Iron Man. That went out of date when they announced Valkyrie, because I included Valkyrie in that list. But then a couple of days later, it's suddenly become relevant again because it's my same reaction to this release. I've never been one for like doubling up on characters and stuff anyway. So like, even I know it's like different versions, but like Vision, White Vision, Scarlet Witch from this and Scarlet Witch from that. Like wait, like what Rich was saying, just give one time to come out first before you do the next one. And absolutely right. Like, I think if they gave this another couple of years or whatever and then announced it as a USB, I definitely think the discussions wouldn't be so animated. But
there's so many ways to do this right, and they picked the one way to fuck it
or
up.
just not do it.
Yeah.
Like, because
but you
that's
can do it
also
and
an
do it
option.
in other ways, like you're saying.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a roll of the eyes sort of release for me. A tut and a roll of the eyes, and then I whinged to my wife who didn't listen to what I was saying. But
I said to my wife, so people are getting pissy because they've released another release version of the re-release, and she just went eyes glazed over, and I was like, never mind.
She's
it's
like,
a different
I literally
base.
could not care less.
I think my wife, like, she doesn't even like allude. She just says, "I don't care."
Nice.
So yeah,
Gigi just tells me, go talk to your friends about that. All right, leave me out of this, please.
she loves it really.
Oh boy, well said on all those points, honestly. So Dean, are you getting this? I know you're a big Iron Man guy.
No. The Mark V never particularly impressed me enough to want to buy this. Bro, this whole time I've been sitting here like waiting for my turn, like no one's talking about how fucking small this car is. And then like 8 comments in a row, like the car's underscaled. I'm like, fuck. But it's so offensively small. That's what she said. Like, it's like, why did you even bother including it? Like,
it seems like the perfect size to me. Like, honestly, more than enough.
Yeah, I think maybe. Yeah, I think you're probably right. I think maybe if it was
really what you do with
many
it.
innuendos.
It's like one of those
Nobody not make
statues where
jokes.
they have like, did they have a Batman statue recently that was stood on like a Batmobile and it just looked
Yes.
Yeah,
I think it was
goofy
the Prime
as
One
shit.
or something. Yeah.
I think
Like-
it was Prime One, yeah.
like,
Queen
okay,
Studios.
Yeah, that's it.
it's only like of an eighth of a car. Like, you could have made it the proper size and you chose to do this. It's kind of egregious. But base aside, who gives a shit about the base, right? The figure itself. It's an exclusive to who knows what so far, right? We're still kind of up in the air. But you did the Mark V, then you do the Mark V again in diecast, and that is good. Objectively a great figure. Sells out, prices go crazy, and they're like, let's do it again. Let's reissue it again. Let's save some of the collectors. So they reissue it. Then, like, I don't know, a few months later, they're like, hey, we're going to do the pseudo version. With the whole
Whoever's
Tony Stark
running-
inside. So
Whoever's
it's the Mark
making these
V
decisions has no concept of the law of diminishing returns. It's like, no, just churn it out again.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, well, like, if I can't afford the diecast one, I'll just get the plastic one. Like, oh, they're reissuing it. Okay, cool, I'll just get that one. Well, why would I get that one when I could get the pseudo version? And then now it's like, well, this one comes with a cooler, well, I don't know about cooler base, but it's just like, why so many Mark Fives in such short amount of time? Like, it's not even that good of a fucking suit. It's like it's used for like 3 minutes. Like, dear God, I don't get it. I honestly do not see the appeal of the Mark Five. It's kind of a cool scene, like kind of.
Dean.
Yeah,
Dean.
I don't get it.
Dean, tell us how you really feel, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
But honestly, like I think it is a really cool suit, and I want to add one of them to the collection. But I forget who threw out the term cannibalize, but it may have been Rich. But they've completely cannibalized their entire market here because now that there's so many versions, I don't know what to pick. So I'm just gonna wait until one's low enough to add to the collection. Like it's just,
I don't know. Just in terms of movie suits, like there's so many more important suits in that same movie. The Mark Six, which is also in the Avengers. And then you have in the Avengers, the Mark 7, which, is like the ultimate team-up suit, right? The first time on screen, everybody's together. The Mark 7. Like, to me, that's a pretty good suit. Then you got, like, Iron Man 3. I like the gold one, but it's whatever. But then you got, like, Civil War, the 46, bro. Come on. Like, that's... Why are they not releasing that suit over and over again? That's what I want to know.
They did.
Yeah, it was like, wasn't it just, wasn't that an exclusive too? It was only like for their grand opening in Hong Kong. It wasn't even like a full re-release. It was just like hey, we're going to have some at the store. So like, I don't know, like the Mark V just to me is such an insignificant suit. You got the Mark 1, the Mark 3, again, the 6, the 7.
From the worst Iron Man movie too.
Oh, which
Over
one?
3? Really?
Iron Man 3 is a banger. Come on, bro. 2 is mid.
Oh, wow.
No, two's a bit. I agree with you, man. I agree.
All right,
I think
thank you, Rich.
do you know what a bit at the end? I actually do like the Mark V. I'm not stuck on not enough to get it, but I do like the Mark V, and it's actually my favorite suit up. But at the end, when the Mark 6 and Rhodey team up, that's pretty cool.
Fucking
That was pretty
iconic,
cool.
bro.
Yeah.
Like I said, in that same movie, you have the Mark 6. Like, come on.
And the first
You
War
got the
Machine
Mark
as well.
1, War
First
Machine.
Yeah.
But as a movie, like I still think it's better than Iron Man 3. I don't know why Iron Man 2 gets all the hate, and then Iron Man 3. Well, I suppose a lot of people don't like Iron Man 3 too.
Dude,
Iron Man
the
3 's
Mark V was like the
Iron
first
Man- yeah.
portable suit too, man. You flip that thing up in a suitcase. He went ahead and did his thing. Yeah, it took forever for that bitch to transform into an Iron Man, but while everybody's looking at him doing it, but still, man, I thought it was pretty cool for what it was. I mean, for my and
It's
for
probably,
me
probably the best
personally,
suit up.
It was a dope suit for me for a long
It was
time,
an
man,
amazing
until my
suit, but
opinion
I think the biggest criticism for Iron Man 2 was that it was a trailer for the Avengers rather than a actual self-inclined story. It's self-contained story. That's the reason why it was so bad.
And they had
in that
Mickey
respect.
Rourke, like bloody good actor, like.
Guys, you're all
fucking
forgetting.
Sam
Where is our
Rockwell,
Happy
bro.
Hogan? We need a Happy Hogan with the briefcase.
With the
match
You're
mullet.
gonna
I
be,
want
you're
mullet
gonna get him in the
happy.
Mandalorian, man. He's gonna be a good pal.
And a Rolls Royce that's
With a
fucking
briefcase?
not in scale.
Yeah, he stood on the Rolls Royce.
Yeah, half of it anyway. Anyway, I hate everything about this, honestly. Like,
We know.
Yeah, Dean.
What else is
Filling you
new?
on that.
yeah,
I will say
I had the answer.
I'm very bad at doing this, but please hit the like button if you're watching now. Subscribe to everyone here on the panel. Like, got to get those numbers up for the bros, for the bargain bin bros. Ben, what do you think of this? This is one that you're obviously excited about that you will be adding.
This is not one that I'll be adding. I think it's hard to say what hasn't been already said, other than I agree. I think the wheels look a little too small. The girder rails look almost a little bit too big. It's just a strange scale for this base entirely. Maybe if they'd offered it as a separate option, similar to what we saw with the lizard base or something along those lines, like that might have been a different story. But otherwise, I feel like this kind of just puts a sour taste in a lot of collectors' mouths. Either way, it's not like, to me, it's just another meh, whatever, who cares, I'll just move on, think about the next one that I want. I don't typically get too hung up on the ones that I either don't like or don't really care for other folks, but I think at the same time, it does dilute both offerings. Because again, the one that's already now becoming available, already available, that's probably going to sit if people are trying to convert over to this one because they want the base. And similarly, it doesn't help anybody's choice to pre-order anything anymore, because like, why not just wait and see if something else comes out, right? And then, you know, why didn't Hot Toys do something similar to what they did for their Wolverine, where you could get a standard option if you chose to, just the figure, or you could get them with the deluxe diorama base and stuff like that, but at least that choice was able to be made right from the get-go, right from the pre-order window. I think that that's a better way. This does seem like an afterthought, except that it kind of soils, as I said, soils the taste in people's mouth for anybody who purchased this one who may have gone and got this diorama base, even though it's not even honestly all that good. So, as I said, I feel like it just kind of dilutes the water for both offerings and doesn't make me want either of them at this point.
Yeah.
I'll just wait for 2025 when they do release the USB version and call it a day, right? If I'm going to get the suits. So, but I think, you know, it's hard because oftentimes as collectors, it is easy to get kind of in the trap of, wow, this is terrible, and kind of jumping on the negative bandwagon. But I feel like so many people who don't love this offering are probably not buying it anyways. So for the folks who do want this, well, at least you have the option. I would still kind of wait and see if this does hit the bargain bin, though, to try and save yourself a little bit of coin either way once these things start sitting around.
I think one of the biggest problems was with the argument is that people didn't have the option. That's the problem. They didn't have the option when this came up for pre-order. If they'd have given two options of deluxe with a base and the same figure and just the figure, then it'd be two different kettles of fish. But it's just
like the
it's just
Wolverine,
poor form
right?
how they've exactly. But it's just, I think it's just poor form how they've done it. The timing's not great. It's peed off a lot of people, and for the people who have literally just got the Mark V in, and it's like the same what happened with the Beskar Mando. They literally just got the Mando, and then suddenly they released the Chrome version, or they announced it. So yeah, I can see why people are annoyed, but at the same time, perspective. So it's like, do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
But as I said, they did it right with the Wolverine. That's the right way
They
to
did,
go about
yeah.
it. If you want to try
right
and
way,
provide the options to the community, that's the way to go. If they made this available even as a separate offering, it's still not even that good of a diorama base. So would
No, I
anybody
agree.
even buy it anyways? You know, it's like it's one of those, it's just soured people for almost like no reason. And people that say this is just a cash grab, I'm like, is it though? Because I feel like they just shot themselves in the foot with this release. Like,
Yeah.
They messed
I
up
don't
the
think
whole
they're gonna make
market.
any extra money. So see.
But can we just bring it back and just kind of have like a sobering statement? We are talking about the company that released Pennywise at Christmas. Just
missed the
let
Halloween
that
window
sink
entirely.
in. Like, just let that sink
Some of
in.
us, horror is an all-year-round thing, Shane, okay? I'm all for that.
And again, on projecting strength, though, this is not showing that they have a plan, right? To everyone's point, like, okay, the timing is weird because it doesn't seem like they thought it through at all. It's like, this very much feels like an afterthought. Like, oh, okay, well, either we had to get an exclusive out for this con and we have a bunch of these sitting around, or just no plan that we can tell. It's really freaking bizarre.
You're dead right, Marco. You're dead right. Because I sat down yesterday to make a pre-order preview video for this, and I was like, I did this already in April, so I didn't do it.
Yeah, there's no point.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
they overproduce these and they've got loads hanging around. That's exactly what it is.
Absolutely. And I do want to highlight two of my favorite sarcastic comments here. Oliver Pilgrim, absolute legend. I hit the like button twice. Thank you for for doing that. Hit the subscribe button twice as well, please. That's awesome. And let's see, shiny right here. I don't know anybody who's not getting this. It's true. This is a must-have. So let's see. Gilbert is also saying, honestly, I'm just going to wait for the regular Mark V to go on discount. The diorama base doesn't do anything for me. Honestly, like, you know, I think this was Ben's point here. Like, this has kind of really diluted the market for all of the Mark Vs. And so I think you will find plenty of discounts on whichever version you want. Even if this one never comes to the States, it's still kind of changed the game for how we all view Mark V. So
I think it's how we view Hot Toys as well. The fact that they can at any
Exactly.
point just release anything with an additional base or additional head sculpt or anything. Nothing is now sacred. So that's the thing. It's like things are starting to change in that respect. With maybe they're changing because they've been affected by the economy or whatever it is, that they're just trying to just keep sending more things out. So when more and more people are buying things, pre-ordering it, getting it in, and a week later, a new version of it is then released, I think it's really poor form, and it's literally cutting the nose to spite the face. It really is.
Yeah. No, well said. So let's, I think we've run this one to ground. We do want to stay a little bit under 2 hours here. So let's move on to the next one. And I don't want to go, do the same format that we just did. So I do want to talk about, let's see, we'll get to Spider-Man here in a second, but I want to talk about, just so we touch on Valkyrie, really quickly, just want to focus on the head sculpt. And maybe everyone, I'm just going to go through the entire panel, but just really briefly, do you think it's a good head sculpt or not? Because I've kind of seen it being a bit divisive here. And I want to start with Joao. Joao, is this one that you think is a good head sculpt or not?
I think it's a good head sculpt. Maybe I don't know if it's the shot, the coloring, but I think the color is still not there. I think the sculpt is good. The painting applications, I think, still can be improved. What I really like about this is the hair. I think the hair looks amazing. I watched the movie today, horrible movie, by the way.
You didn't fall asleep this time?
I fell asleep, and I sent a message to Mario. I said I fall asleep watching. So
yeah, so did I, man.
Did the goats wake you up?
Not even the goats. But yeah, I think that sculpt is really good, really, really good.
Okay,
sometimes they nail the head sculpt, sometimes don't, and I think in this one, I think they did a good job. But I think the paint application still need to improve a bit.
Yeah, and Zach was the one that brought this up. He said, with characters of color, a lot of times they use a lot of gray with the skin color, and now I can't unsee the gray. It's like, looking kind of at my Moff Gideon as well. He's very much like a
Moff
tinted
Gideon's
gray.
really,
Yeah, so they really don't have the skin texture or color down like great.
It seems kind of racial.
I also
It's
think
just
so.
we're just talking about paint. So Dean, on that though, do you have any opinions? Do you think this is a good sculpt or not?
I don't know. I think the Riva that we just got is so good
Much
that like
better.
comparing it to like this, I don't know. Like I definitely see the actress. I forget her name.
Tessa Thompson.
Tessa Thompson, yeah.
Tessa Thompson.
Who's an absolute baddie, by the way. I freaking love
Oh,
Tessa
100%, bro. In fact, dude, bro, in the Creed movies, get out of here.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know. I think the Riva one was just so fucking good that like it just put my expectations like way too high. But this isn't terrible. It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It's not 100%.
Okay. Well said. All right, Shane. High level comments. What do you think about this one?
Pretty in agreement with Dean, like pretty much in agreement. I was blown away by that Reva sculpt, and we had him back to back. If Reva's a 10, like just say if Reva's head sculpt is a 10, then I think this is like maybe an 8, maybe a 9. It's a step below it. I still think it's a great head sculpt. I think the hair is fantastic. Definitely no question. I can see Tessa Thompson. I just think it's a step below Reva. The thing is, hot toys keep getting better and better. And like an athlete, when they run their best PB, they're always comparing them to that PB. So when you see the best like sculpt that Hot Toys does, we naturally kind of compare everything to these really, really good sculpts, like the Reva, the Yondu, the DX08 or whatever. So it's a great sculpt.
When you say PB, what does that mean?
Oh, personal best. It's like as in,
okay.
So you'd like the athlete, you'd always compare it. Yeah.
PB.
I've never heard that, but I'm going to use that now. So, okay, Mario, what do you think? Do you think he's a good sculpt or not? He may be frozen.
I agree.
Really great points, Mario.
Oh, you talking to me?
Yeah. Not
Oh,
me,
my bad, I
Mario,
didn't hear you.
Mario.
What?
Mario 2.0.
Oh, okay. What's the question?
Is
Is
this
this
a
a
good
good sculpt?
sculpt or not?
Yeah, that's good.
All right. Well said. Rich, what do you think about this? Is it a good sculpt or not?
I think it's incredible. I think it's fantastic. I agree with a lot of people who were saying the colouring slightly grey tint to it, but I think she looks fantastic. The nose is slightly off. I've just been looking at randomly, don't tell my wife, Tessa Thompson pictures, but I just think the nose
you
is
have.
slightly off. It's slightly off, and I think that's what's offsetting it. I think that's what the change is. I think, but I think it's a fantastic head sculpt. I think it's on par, if not better than the Revo one, to be honest with you. I think it looks fantastic. I'm really impressed. I think these pictures, because this is what the sculptor put out, as opposed to the promo images. The promo images, I wasn't feeling it as much, and maybe it was the lighting or whatever it was, but I think these particular shots look really, really good. I'm really impressed.
Okay. Yeah. And it definitely can't argue with any of those points. So, Ben, the attention-seeking geek, what do you think of this? Good or bad?
The more and more I'm part of this community, the more I'm realizing I probably shouldn't come on these shows or be part of these shows, because I don't see the criticisms. I just think it's brilliant. Like I don't know. I just think it's great. Like, I do get the point about the paint applications and it may be looking a little bit, just the skin tone's not completely where it should be. But other than that, like, I genuinely cannot find a flaw with it, and the hair is unbelievable. If Reva was a 10, then this is a 9.9.
9.9.9, yeah. I agree.
It's very specific.
Yes.
That's awesome. All right, Ben Thomas, what do you think of this one, bro? Good or bad?
Oh, can you hear me? Okay. I'm in the same boat as Ben and Rich. I am shocked this is getting as much criticism as it is, to be honest. When I first saw the images the other night, like, again, I was in bed at like 1 o'clock in the morning looking at pictures here. Like,
You are always in bed.
I'm always in bed when I'm working on Hot Toys gear, and I was like, damn, that is amazing looking. And then I started seeing the community kind of jump on it the next day, and I was surprised. I think it's one of those... I think sculpts are getting to be so good nowadays for so many different companies that we're actually looking even harder than we ever used to in the past. And like, now these sculpts that, even when I started collecting, 10 years ago, but even like as early as like 2 or 3 years ago, like, this sculpt would have been a 10 out of 10, 100% 2 or 3 years ago. Now that we're at this generation where we have InArt kind of coming in and adding some heat to the community with some of their fire prototypes that they're giving us, now it gives us license to be a little bit more picky, for sure. And these are extremely expensive items, so obviously we're going to look at them with a critical eye. But I thought, like, when we say shrink ray on Collecting Weekly, I feel like this is pretty damn near shrink ray. If anything, I had kind of an issue with, like, the shoulders, like how they compartmentalize with the body. I thought that looked a little bit funky, but you can kind of pose that away a little bit. Whoever's doing the hairstyles now at Hot Toys, especially for characters of color, are just, like, in my opinion, just blowing it out of the water. Like, I think this hair looks insanely good. And I think she's just as beautiful as the actress. It feels like JC Hong is literally holding her head in his hands. And so they say that art is subjective. I think that this is where you can kind of chalk that up to, as some people are going to see some issue with it. Even the skin coloration. I looked at pictures of Tessa Thompson, and like, she's black, of course, but I would say she's not like crazy dark. Like, I dated a half Jamaican Irish girl one time, and she was very, very black, not quite the same skin tone. So I see that this person having a bit of a lighter tone to her skin as well.
Like that.
I didn't see, no, in a good way, in a good way. She was wonderfully beautiful. No criticism. No, I'm only in a positive way. No racist in any way. Bone in my body.
Was she Irish?
Keep digging yourself in a hole.
Was she Irish, Ben?
That's not the impression I got, man.
Did you say Irish, Ben?
She was very black. She was half Irish
Wow,
and half Jamaican.
again.
Oh,
Wow,
no.
man.
If you said she was Irish, sure, I probably know her.
You are digging a hole.
Oh my god, I'm digging a hole. I don't mean to offend anybody, of course. I think this is wonderful. I think she will look amazing in my collection. Even though I was kind of hoping for a Ragnarok version of this character, since we didn't get that, this one will be the one that adds to the collection for sure. So I'm gonna now
I agree with that.
excommunicate myself from streaming forever, and it was nice.
It was a
knowing
good
you
run,
all.
Ben.
I
Back to
appreciate it.
bed.
I love you
Back
all.
to bed.
Back to bed.
Back to
yeah,
bed.
back to bed.
This is why I don't stream in the evenings.
We know you have a kind heart, and that's not what you meant, Ben. Ben
No,
Thomas,
in a
yes.
good
My goodness. Yes, Will saying Dean dying. It took everything in my power not to die when I saw Dean.
Oh, she was very black.
You know, some
You didn't have
things
to
just
say
don't
it
need
like
to.
that, dude.
Some
She
things
even
don't need to be
described
repeated.
herself that way. I wish I could bring her on. She was awesome.
Well, next Bargain Bin Bro stream, let's have her on. But my
right,
goodness,
fair
let's
enough.
please change the topic. So yes, cancel Ben Thomas. Yeah, he's probably toast at this point. Cancel Riley
all
as
over.
well. I don't know what Riley did, but yep.
It's not
He's,
cancel, it's kennel.
Oh, yeah.
Kennel. Pinches
Canelo
raw, dude.
or oh my gosh, and we lost about 10 viewers at that point. If you're enjoying this stream, please hit the like button though. You know, we got 34 here in the chat. So let's see. Dean dying. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I don't really have much more to say about this. I think everyone covered this really well. For the next figure that we're going to talk about, I do want to kind of plug some upcoming shows here. Oh God, stop.
Jesus,
Get out of
this
here.
one.
Please get out of here. So let's see for this guy here. So I'm going to pick, select representatives from each of the upcoming streams since we got a lot of streams coming on this weekend. So first I want to select one representative from Collectors International. Let me see. Collectors Lounge International. Correct. I got that right?
Well done, Jeff.
Okay. So I'm going to go with Rich here. Rich, you're going to represent your upcoming stream here on Sunday. What do you
Don't
think of
fuck
this
it up,
Spider-Man
Rich.
release? Yeah. You're
Shut up, Ben. This
You're
is my
speaking
moment.
for
now.
everybody now.
Get a rest.
Do not pull a Ben Thomas, okay?
No. I think it's nice. It's nice. Obviously, I've been to Disneyland recently to see this particular suit, but this is part of the Avengers Campus line. I like it. I would have really liked to have seen the end of No Way Home version because obviously that blue's very similar.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a nice little release. It's going to be limited. It's going to be D23 exclusive. I like it. In theory, if you've got a spare Tom Holland hair sculpt sticking around, you can in theory could put it on top of that as well if you wanted to. I like it. There's nothing really bad to say about this one, and I think it's a nice little release. I don't think they're going to release a hell of a lot because they did Endgame Cap when the more than a couple of D23 exclusives, and that was slightly different with the base. So I think they'll release this across the board later on, and same with other Ben. I'm also going to Disney next year, so I'm hoping to maybe pick one of these up if they're available at the theme park. So it's a nice release. There's nothing really bad to say. It's nothing a massive change apart from the accessories and the churros. There you go. And
the churros, that's
churros. Yes, that's the only difference really. I quite like the web shooters. I think they look quite nice. I think they look it's just the way he's holding it's like a cigar.
Like
It
a
looks
damn
like he's
cigar.
holding it.
What is this?
It looks like it's got a Cuban on the go. But yeah, no, I like it. I like the blue, the vibrant color, and it's a nice release. Limited,
Okay.
of course.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Rich. So check out Collectors International Lounge. I didn't get that right. You plug it.
Collectors
for me.
Lounge
so
International on Sunday.
There you go. This on Layel stream, obviously. So, all right. Next up, my LWO brother. We're streaming LWO tonight. Mario, what do you think of this? Obviously, the churro is going to be a must-have for you, right?
The churro, dude, it's all a must have, man. Yo, this is I'm all for it, man. I love this. This is actually a rehash of the tech suit from the first Spider-Man movie. What was it? Far from Home. Homecoming. That's what this is. This is not the zombie suit. But yeah, it looks great. The colors look fantastic. I love all the extra accessories. Got the web hoodie on there with the web backpack, dude. I'm all for it, man. I mean, y'all know me. I'm the big fan of the Disney parks, dude. So if I can get my hands on this, I'm definitely gonna pick it up, dude. If I get the opportunity. So yeah, I just want to have that corner, for all my Disney shit. I'll put Jack Sparrow there, Maleficent, Winnie the Pooh, Piglet. You got to find them and all that. So yeah, I'm definitely for it, man.
Dang.
Love
And
this
now you're
release.
making me all sentimental. The first time I went to Avengers Campus was with you. I kind of want to get this just to commemorate our great time together. So
There you go, man.
Okay, so we like to talk price here, and we haven't talked too much about price. What would be your break point for adding this to the collection, knowing that it's a D23 exclusive? You know, even if it gets a wider release later up front, it's going to be probably pretty spendy. So what would you spend on this?
I don't know if this will be like a wide release. We'll see what happens. But I think the max I would want to spend on this thing is probably like 330 max. But we'll see.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, at that price, so I definitely wouldn't blink at adding it. So, all right. So check out LWO tonight. It's going to be on Dan and Dre's channel, 6-scale reviews. So yeah, thank you for that, Mario. Okay, I'm going to go to Joao, who's got a stream upcoming tomorrow morning. And if you wouldn't mind, plug the name of that stream and then let us know your thoughts on this.
Tomorrow morning we do.
It's tomorrow morning my time. I thought it was. When's your next stream?
My next stream is in 6 hours.
Oh, okay. All right, I was way off there. Yeah, so plug your stream.
It's on Dented Man of Hot Collectibles channel. Is his Friday evening stream.
Okay.
9 p.m. Yeah, about you want me to talk about this Spider-Man, or you just want to know which stream I will be?
You know, what other streams do you have upcoming? No, this Spider-Man. Please.
Nothing more. It's only that one.
Is this something that you would go chase?
No, this Spider-Man, for me, it's basically like this. If this is like a D23 release, limited release, keep it at that, and I can respect these Spider-Man. If these go then sideshow everywhere, I think it's worth, like Mario said, if for the Disneyland parks and so on, it's a good release, a good announcement, and a limited edition. And I think that's what Toys is trying to do now. You know, with these releases, limited markets, they write on even the Mark V. I was checking. He said only on selected markets. So that's what they are doing, and for that I can respect their new approach. But if this is a worldwide release, doesn't get much love from me, and this is not the Spider-Man I'm going to search for. Even the churro, if the churro, maybe I will get it
separately.
If I can find it separately, exactly.
That feels like a perfect thing to have someone 3D print, and just if they can get some semi-decent paint applications on it. But I would have to have him holding this churro like a cigar, like this, like that.
Yeah, but then you'll get the ends all oily.
Hey, Marco, I kind of got breaking news right now.
Oh yeah, tell me what's up.
Someone just messaged me showing pictures of their Repaint Boba Fett. If you guys want to see.
Okay, this is what Joao was trying.
I already shared that 1 hour ago.
Oh, did you?
I know.
Oh man,
he was trying to break in.
Well, I was trying. I actually have.
Well, it's all the way in China. It takes a whole hour to get here. It's still breaking news.
You know we're janky over here. We do this stuff.
When I said to Marco, check Instagram, was those photos?
Dude, for all I know, you could have been sending him dick pics, dude. You didn't say for what exactly.
He did, but that's on a different thread. So, Joao, I know you've already done it, and I didn't pull them up. But would you mind sharing your thing one more time, and I can put it up here?
Jesus,
I know. I'm asking way too much of you. And in the meantime, we've got one of my good friends. Oops, dang it! I just removed Rich. One of my good friends, Fern, is joining here. So
what the fuck? I'm out of here. I'm fucking.
What's up, Fern?
I'm out of here.
Oh,
How
man,
dare you,
Zach? How you doing, brother?
Zach,
Does anyone work anymore?
Apparently
no,
not.
I left work early to do some stuff for Danny, but no.
How you feeling, bro?
I feel like I took 1 step forward and like 2 steps back, so I feel pretty shitty today. To be honest.
Shit. Okay. Damn, man. Well,
Might be the
glad you're rallying and coming through here. So really awesome to have you, man. It's been a minute since we had you on the channel. You're a busy man, but
the invites seem to get lost. So
wow, I invited you last time and you told me to fuck off. So
that is true. That is
all right.
true.
So breaking news here. We've got the Repaint Boba in hand. So this obviously isn't the throne version, but Joao, if you wouldn't mind going to the one with the actual figure, and we'll take a look here.
What the hell? What's with that sideshow sticker all sideways?
Yeah, look weird, that doesn't it?
it was the rush because they have to get it as soon as possible.
They had to repaint all the other bird shit Bobas that haven't sold. So this paint actually looks pretty decent. So Zach, I'm gonna kick it to you. What are you thinking about this one? And is this something that's on your radar at all?
Absolutely not. I feel like I'm so done with 1/6 scale lately. Plus, there's like 6 Boba Fett's. I know, right? Another one bites the dust. There's like 6 Boba Fett's out right now. You know, so to me, this isn't the one I would get. I kind of like the bird shit boba that we all call it. I think that one looks pretty cool, but I don't know. This one doesn't do it for me, to be honest.
Shiny saying he's not bronze, so that's good. Oh my god, on absolute
Isn't
fire.
the where his arm is
Isaac.
attached, that flight suit, isn't that supposed to be a different material?
Is the flight suit supposed
I
to
don't
be
think in the show, in the like Return of the Jedi, it's like that gray.
Yeah, but it's not
Vampire
just
suit.
like cloth, is it? I'm gonna
Didn't he wear his robe underneath? The black
That's what I
robes that
thought.
he
He just
It's like a
literally had
vest.
the-
It's like a vest
Yeah,
over
you
the
put it over
robe.
his robes. Yeah.
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 Uh,
This is the
Genghis-Dean.
throne, right?
This is the one that comes with the throne, but this is the standalone version. Yeah, so we haven't seen the actual throne in hand yet. But Ben, the attention-seeking geek, how do you feel about this one, bro?
Wow.
I like it a lot. I was really fond of the design when it first got kind of announced and shown to us all, and yeah, I'd be very happy to have this in my collection. I haven't got a Boba, and I would like one, and I'd be, obviously I'd like the classic version, but I'd also be very open to, for this to, be the representation in my collection as well. So, yeah, I'm quite excited that this is finally out there. And I think, again, because it's so saturated now, the kind of, the amount of Fetts that we've got out there,
So many.
it makes me optimistic that I can get this at a reasonable price rather than a silly price. So, yeah, I'm probably going to hold off a couple of months or so and just sort of see how it lays, and or maybe even longer, because there'll be the one that comes out the same sort of time as Cad Bane. So yeah, if I can kind of hold off a year and a half, then whatever Boba Fett I get, I'll be able to get at a good price. So yeah, good times.
Awesome. Okay, so Joao and Shane, I've got a question for both of you here, because we do like to play this game on how low is this one going to drop. So I believe the base price for this is $285 for the standalone, and then is it $390-ish for the one with the throne? Joao, you first. How low do you think this bad boy will drop, and what's your kind of break point for you to add it to the collection?
I have these on pre-order with the throne. So
Nice.
I don't know that. I think the regular one probably will go down a lot, most probably. But before that, no one is mentioning that Sideshow actually shipped this repainted Boba without Hot Toys even showing the blogger photos, and this is not
Yeah,
released yet in Hong
Exactly.
Kong.
That's a great point.
This
Didn't
is
it
not
happen once
released
before
yet
with
in
another
Hong Kong.
release?
Empire Strikes Back Vader.
But it's incredible what they are doing.
It
is
happened
incredible.
once before.
I think this will start to be their game to try to beat the resellers. It's to get the Sideshow shipping first, and they delay a bit the Hong Kong releases.
Yeah, and so we know that the War Machine, right, the Mark 1 is people
It's
are getting
already
their
there.
shipping.
Yeah,
And so that one might be out. Obviously, that's a reissue, so we know what it's going to look like, for the most part. But yeah, this is pretty wild that they're just getting it out before even the official Hot Toys announcement. So pretty changing the game, basically. So, all right, well, you've got it on pre-order. I'm sorry to hear that. That's
Why?
because you're
I'm
going to
not
see it drop
worried.
so much lower. This is another one that you're going to resent because you overpaid.
I
for it.
believe this one, yes, but the one with the throne and with the head sculpt, I'm not sure it will drop so much.
You don't think so? Okay, because I'm kind of betting on that one dropping, but that's interesting insight, honestly. So, yeah. So Shane, what do you think? Is this one that you're at all interested in? Let's talk specifically about the throne version, and would you add it if it drops to the right price point?
No. I've yet to see a Boba Fett or Mandalorian that I didn't like. So this looks great. Also, if you notice, this is the repaint armor with, if you notice in the show, when he fixed the battle damage, or as Mafia would say, the post Sarlacc pit armor, completely agree with him. That's amazing. Have it over my shoulder here. Love it. When he fixed it, the green paint was smooth like here, but when they advertised this, it was like they just painted over
Yeah.
the battle damage one instead of the rough texture to it. So I'm glad they actually got this screen accurate. It does look great. Yeah, if Ben's going to pick it up as first representation or his representation of Boba, it's going to look super. But I reckon if Ben's patient enough, he could get this for 165. Might be a bit of a
Yes, please.
big call, but
You
I
mean
think
what? The one with the throne, 165?
no. Sorry, the single one.
Standalone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Marco said this is 285. I reckon you wait long enough, you'll get this maybe 185, 165 maybe.
And it
There
could
I
be a bit
agree.
lower. I haven't
Nice.
actually
One.
looked at the price because it maybe doesn't come with the same diorama base as the bird shit version. So maybe it's a little bit lower, but around that in that region.
Now the throne does
It's
look excellent.
245.
This is
Oh,
245.
245. Wow. Okay.
Oh, well then-
significantly less. I was Samsonite.
Yeah,
I was way off.
easily you're going to get it for 165 if you wait long enough. Assuming that the market keeps going the way it is.
Yeah. And okay, how about the throne
yeah.
version?
The throne version. What does the throne version retail for? The figure and the throne. Is it
Let me do my
365?
homework
390.
first before.
I think it's
390.
365.
Okay.
Pardon?
390.
390. Well, knock 25% off. That's what the 2-pack's going for now on Sideshow, and that's just if things keep going the way they're going, I reckon you easily get it for 25% off.
Yeah.
But for me, like it looks super. It looks super. For me, I've got the Empire Strikes Back Boba, which is my favorite look. Well, it's actually a toss up, but I have the Empire Strikes Back representation. Then I got the Boba Roba 2-pack because I just love that battle damage version. I think that is just amazing, despite its discounts and stuff like that. I bought it for full price. Well, I think I had a discount on it, but still, like, I don't feel in any way bad about it. I see these offers and people want to pick that up. If you want to get it for 25% off, yeah, man, it's a great piece. Like, happy for the people out there getting those bargains. Like, I wouldn't cry over spilt milk. Do you know what I mean? I just love it. So
Absolutely.
I think the one with the throne, basically everyone that pre-ordered Fennec will want to have this Boba with the throne.
That's a
to
good
pose them
point. That
together.
companion piece.
Joao was completely right. And I was definitely toying with the idea of getting Boba, the throne, and Fennec, but then I saw the show. So then I saved money.
No, but this is from Mandalorian. So I just think this is a Mandalorian.
Yeah, I know. I get you. I get where you're coming from. Yeah. But I think I could go, no, that's enough to make me pass. I don't need it.
Absolutely. So Mario, I want to kick it to you because I really want to get your thoughts on how Sideshow is doing this, shipping before the blogger photos come out. I know we've had some interesting experiences with Sideshow recently on the Chrome Clone Trooper. And so is this a precedent that you're okay with? Like the fact that they would just ship it out before you even had a chance to see the final images?
Yeah, why not? I mean, for me personally, I've already had it on pre-order, dude. So I know I'm gonna get it, right? I got the same one with the throne. I went ahead and went for the exclusive since it was, not because it was timed, but it's just the fact that that's the kind of collector that I am. I'll go ahead and just go for the exclusive and usually deluxe if they offer it. So I really could give a shit, for what it drops to. To be honest, I don't want to contribute to all that nonsense that's going on over there overseas, to the cancer that are those who are dropping these prices. So y'all can do what you want. That's cool, but for me, I just don't want to contribute that personally, but yeah, I'm all for it, man. I really like the fact that they're actually releasing these things prior to Hong Kong getting them. That's a nice, it's a nice change of pace. But this is just an exception. This ain't gonna happen all the time. But it'd be nice if things were to get on track for that.
Brown Death Troopers.
Then we get chocolate brown Death Troopers, man. Bring it. You can always cancel it, bro. Get it in the hand.
guess so,
That's the
but-
cool thing about Sideshow, Dean. They have a return policy
That's
where you
true.
can take them back.
Sideshow's nice.
Well,
about
if
that.
you send it back because you change your mind, though, you lose money for that.
Either way, you won't lose as much if you were to sell it in the secondary market, dude.
It's quite a bit. When I returned an Ironman, it was like
It's like 15%, isn't it? Like a 10 or 15%.
plus I had to
restock
pay
fee?
shipping back with tracking and insurance. It was almost cheaper to sell it for me when I returned my Mark
Yeah,
50.
you gotta know where to shop for shipping, bro. But
Well, I mean,
well, I hear you. Though, man.
they were very specific. UPS, insure it for the amount that it is, with tracking.
Oh, really? They told you exactly what?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
use for
Who to?
shipping?
Yeah, I couldn't use like Pirate Ship or
Yeah.
USPS. Yeah, it was. But then again, that was 2 years ago, so maybe it's different. But it wasn't worth it to me at that point to return it once I had it in hand. So I think there is some benefit to those like early reviews because you can make a decision before you have it in hand and have to pay all that money back.
Yeah, I kind of love the flow now where we can kind of get trickles of information. Like we know when it's going to drop, when to get the funds mobilized. The game has completely changed now where it's a little bit of a scary future, but I hear what you're saying, Mario. Will is saying that you are a true G, actually. So I do say ban Mario, but...
I gotta go right now. I think the Spidey's actually at Disneyland. Let me go ahead and make a reservation right now, and I'll see you guys later.
Oh, wow.
Let me go double check on that.
Grab 2 if you wouldn't mind, please.
600 friends and family, bro. Come with it.
What were you saying, Ben?
The throne,
arms dealer back at it again.
is that just the chair, or are you getting the base that...
You don't
It's
get
just-
the
it's just
base,
a chair.
It's
Yeah.
just the actual chair, right?
And
I'm just thinking in terms of like display options, detail that will fit in a detail. Then
Will fit.
yeah, okay, cool.
Will fit.
Because like remember the old sideshow thing that Jabba was on, like that's a beast.
Yeah.
That wouldn't fit. In a
No, you're
detail,
right.
so.
It's just that one static piece. But even then, I love this throne. And Anthony saying the throne will have value because of the chair, just like Palpatine Deluxe. Props make these hold value. Yeah, it could have a different trajectory than the Boba Roba 2-pack, as Shane always says. But I'm just kind of using that as a comp, thinking like this one probably will drop at least to 20%, 25% off. But I could be wrong. That's kind of the calculated gamble that I'm taking currently. So, Dean, what do you feel about this one? Obviously, Boba's your guy. You getting this one?
Boba is my guy. Also, I was not wrong. It's totally missing the stitching on that top sleeve and the secondary sleeve on top and below the shoulder armor. It's supposed to have... I even looked at the repaint one, too, not the Book of Boba Fett. It's missing the stitching on those.
You're looking at the screen, like the actual image
yeah,
of
on
him from
Sideshow,
the show.
the one you had in hand, it doesn't have any of that stitching where it's supposed to.
Sure, wow. I'm sorry to ask. I know you're going to befriend me. Would you mind putting that up one more time, please? I know you're going to be like, whose fucking stream is this?
He's like, I deleted him.
You invite me as a guest.
That's why it looks so off to me. I was like, wait a minute. Like, I know that where the armor's attached is like a flight suit, and it's... I'm not seeing any of that stitching that's supposed to be there.
Interesting. And so you're saying is it like between where the elbow is and that little long, or the cut off shirt there?
The two pieces of cloth that sandwich the yellow shoulder armor, they're supposed to be stitching like right here, and then on that top piece, like they're supposed to be like horizontal stripes, or I guess vertical.
So is that enough to be a deal breaker for you?
Oh, I was never going to get this one anyway. It's just like, I prefer the look of the Book of Boba Fett, even though that show's not particularly great. But, I mean, realistically, there's only one Boba Fett, man. It's fucking Empire Strikes Back. That's the Boba to get. But I have him in 6 scale and quarter scale statue form, so I'll probably end up getting the Book of Boba Fett version. I just like the way his pants are a little nicer tailored in the Book of Boba Fett. This one's just kind of a mess. I don't like it. But yeah, this figure is going to drop hard. Because people are just going to save their money for the throne version, or like me and get the Book of Boba Fett version. This one's going to drop. There's a lot of Boba Fetts on the market.
And you know what? So I only got the single pack bird shit version because I wanted to get the one with the throne. I was like, I'll get my sculpt there. I'll kind of save some money and kind of put it towards that. But then when they announced the single for the Book of Boba Fett, I kind of like the boots a little bit better. Like the tailoring on the lower part of the body looks better overall to me. So it kind of made my decision tough on like what I'm going to do. Obviously, that one doesn't come with the sculpt, so it's like, am I going to end up with now way more Bobas than I really particularly planned on?
Yeah, but Boba Fett, honestly, he did not wear his helmet enough. Like, they had that motherfucker taking his helmet off like he was fucking Master Chief in the fucking TV show. It's like, can you just put the fucking helmet on?
He's got to show off those pearly white teeth.
Yeah.
They paid extra for Tamora Morrison. They're like, we're getting your motherfucking face in every goddamn shot.
You're not wrong. Yeah, so I'll never use a Tamora Morrison sculpt. Like even my clones, fucking wear their helmets, man. That's where it's at. So.
But that sculpt is like the sculpt of the year, right? I don't have it, but Shane, right? You've got that one, and it's pretty S tier, correct?
Yeah, it's the strongest sculpt in my collection, and it's one of the strongest sculpts I've seen.
Yeah.
I think it's up there with. I know everyone says Yondu, and yeah, we're calling you out, Marco. Stop calling it the birdship Boba. It's far too amazing a piece for that.
You know, I've got him right here. I'm looking at him. It's
I know,
an
yeah,
incredible piece,
yeah.
But
this one with the throne, this one with the throne, the sculpt is different. It's not the same.
It's not.
He
like
has
battle
eyebrows,
damage,
does he?
right? Yeah.
No, he's looking to the left side on the Boba Fett with the double pack we have now. Is looking to the other side.
And I feel like he might be a bit more healed as well, right?
Yeah,
like
his
he might
more
scars
not-
on
healed,
his apparent.
more healed, and doesn't have that white parts on his head.
Okay.
I don't know, man. That sculpt is so good. When I look at it, it looks like it's looking into my soul. So yeah, he's
it's amazing.
slightly to the left. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great sculpt.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited for this release. We'll see what it does in the market, and really interesting the way. Thank you for pointing it out, Joel. That Sideshow's just shipping these without Hot Toys officially announcing, which should have come yesterday evening. Like, where is this? Where are the official blogger photos at? This is bizarre.
That's simple, because if they don't announce the blogger photos, because once they announce blogger photos, normally in the same day afternoon you can go to Secret Base to catch your pre-order.
Okay.
What they are doing is delaying the resellers to get their goods to start selling overseas. It's simple.
Yeah, they're really trying to put a stop to what's been going on there. So let's transition now. You know, we're just about at the 2-hour mark, but maybe we'll go just slightly over. I want to respect everyone's time here, but let's play a game of where are they now. So Hot Toys has an exhibit going on. In what part of the world is it going on? I know it's Joao, maybe you can help me out with that as well. Where is this exhibit going on?
This Taiwan.
Is in Taiwan. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're showing off, you know, a lot of the
Blurgs,
pieces they've taken on the road show, but where is this Mando and Blurg, and obviously Quill and Blurg? It's got to be upcoming soon, right? I'll start with you. Joao, what do you think this one is next?
They already said on the, because there's also in Japan that show that's going on, and they already announced there that's coming in December.
In December, okay.
Yeah, the Blurg, the Quill, and Blurg and Mando. These sets are coming in December.
It looks so good. This is one you're for sure adding, right? You're adding every Mando figure.
No, I'm adding a Blurg with a Quill, but the problem is I cannot use the base with the Quill because it will not fit my cabinet. I need to remove the base.
Oh, we got it. Okay,
The
because it's just that
Blurg
massive.
is huge.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this looks really cool. So Zach, how about yourself, man? I know you're getting out of 6 scale, but is this, you like these statement
Not
pieces?
officially yet.
Yeah.
No,
Is this something you'd consider?
It's
Go ahead,
fucking.
Joao.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was saying that this fits Zach collection because he likes dinosaurs. A Blurg is basically
It's true.
Wow. It looks cool, but it's so expensive, and they were only in like 2 episodes, so it'd probably be a pass for me, to be honest.
At a bargain bin price, though, or just...
If it was like super cheap, but no, it's also like I don't have the space for it, so it probably wouldn't be a thing, to be honest. For me.
Okay.
It looks
What if
beautiful.
they
though.
announce a spin-off at D23? Blurg's origin story.
A pink blur.
origin story.
Hot Toys will announce the remake of this figure tomorrow, and we'll all be excited.
I mean, actually, this is a good example, though, right? Because when this Durasteel Mando went out of stock, everyone's like, oh, this one's going to be a very expensive one. And then they go ahead and do this, basically a reissue of him. So nothing is sacred.
Yeah,
in
but you
Hot
got to
Toys
spend
world.
like $500 to get it.
It's true. You're not wrong. So Dean, what do you think of this one, bro?
It's super cool. I just like, I'm with Zach. The Blurg's only in a couple episodes. It's a hard pass. Bargain bin price, yeah, but I mean, I don't even. I'm sure the number I could come up with in my head would insult most people. Like, what I'd be willing to pay for this.
I know you normally insult most people with the offers you make, but
Yeah, it's just like it's not articulated or anything. I don't know if it'll stand without the base. It looks like it might. I don't know. I'm sure it pegs in, so it's not too back heavy or front heavy. I have no idea. So I don't know. Easy pass for me right now.
okay, easy pass, got it. So Ben, the the only Ben that's on stream right now. You've obviously got the new Maja cases. Is this one that you'd consider? It'd probably fit in there.
No. Like I actually haven't got I've got my Star Wars collection in my details now. But it's so big, and it would like dominate the attention so much that like it would almost be a bit. Yeah. I wish. It would almost be kind of odd to kind of draw the attention away from like other premiere characters like Luke Skywalker, Darth Maul. I almost wouldn't want to kind of distract from their presence by putting in this great big bloody fish dinosaur.
It's a unique design for sure.
Yeah, I love it. Like I absolutely love it, and it's so different. And if I had this, this can go in one of Shane's videos, but if I had the space, I probably would. But it's it's a no for me. But I do admire it. I think it's really, I hope it gets supported as well, because I want them to make more creatures and aliens and kind of more off the wall stuff from Star Wars. That's why I fell in love with Star Wars. So I'm hoping it does well and they make more weird shit.
Yes.
And this only makes sense. This one only makes sense actually if you get the quill together.
Yeah.
I don't think you get the blurb with the Mando. I think blurb with the quill they fit perfectly.
It's such a shame that we won't see more of him, because I really enjoyed that character, and it's such a shame you can't kind of extend his story in the lore. But
in Star Wars, you never know. Quill may appear,
come back as a half robot, or
Force
somehow Quill returns.
Yes,
you never know.
Brilliant.
All right, so Mario, where the heck are you putting this thing, bro?
I have no idea, man. I was hoping it would fit in the Maja case, which it will. The one that I have back here.
You're getting two, right? You're getting Quill and.
I've got the Beskar man, not the Beskar, but the OG, the Dursteel Mando version. Yeah, I figured I'd just get one, right, and then just get Quill by himself.
That's right. You could get him standalone.
Swap the two. Yeah. But yeah, he'll actually fit if I adjust the shelf a little bit. But yeah, fish dinosaur, man, that's dope. I like that, man. Looking forward to it, man. Hopefully it comes out soon, bro. I mean, it's imminent now, isn't it?
December, they said.
December.
Okay, then yeah, right around the corner.
My sources are telling me December, and my source might be right in the middle of the stream, but so right around the corner.
Right around the corner. Cool. Looking forward to it, man.
Okay, Shane, I don't really even need to ask you because it's not something that you love, I'm sure. But what do you think overall of this one?
I think Shiny is hilarious. He says it looks like a big mouth Billy Bass, and now I can't unsee this. I actually thought that was really cool in the show, and I liked the scene, where Quill is kind of teaching him how to ride the blurred and stuff like that, and I think it would be unique. But no, it's not. I just no. It would look cool, but again, how I am with vehicles, Marco. I bought the Bat Pod, but I mean that was even a stretch, and I'm probably not getting the Tumbler. So it's like I'm not going to get this. This is
not the vehicle, and it's not the civilian.
No, it's not a civilian. Well, yeah, this is actually a civilian blurg, believe it or not. Yeah,
it's a civilian blurg.
Yeah, I'm going to wait for the Beskar blurg. No, I'm not going to get this. No, it's going to sit, I think. So I do think if you want it, I reckon.
Let's go, blurg. That's tickled me.
Marco, I got pricing on a Spider-Man, dude. It comes up to. Did I say that already?
No, you haven't.
No,
300.
No, go for it.
$600
is a
friends
good
and
price.
family.
Yeah, it came out 300, man.
Oh,
300 is the price for Marco, right? because
Yeah,
that's
600
the
for
price
me.
for
600
Marco.
friends and family actually per what
Wait,
Zach
Mario,
said.
they have it at the parks now, or you have to go to the convention?
No, it's at the convention D23. I was clarifying this whole time. It's at D23. Nothing's at the park at all.
Okay, but you've got your inside source getting you one.
I don't know about that. Maybe.
Okay, all right.
I can neither
you're
confirm
just
nor
playing
deny.
coy. That's awesome. All right, so $300. Yeah, and that cap was a D23, right? The end game cap,
The
Yes,
end game
the
one,
first
yeah.
one.
Yeah, the inferior one. Yeah.
and that one went for pretty crazy money on the aftermarket, right?
Yes, it was.
Oh
Stupid.
yeah, it did. It still does, doesn't it? I mean, just considering that it's a D23 exclusive.
It's like one of the only Hot Toys exclusives you can actually not get on Sideshow, right?
No, not one of them. There's more. We still haven't gotten
Okay.
the Mark 46, the Endgame Cap, and the Stormtrooper. I mean, there's more.
I
of
still haven't
those.
given up that those ones might pop up on on Sideshow
doubt it.
eventually, but
I don't think they're coming, man.
yeah, a lot of time has passed already, so we shall see. But on another question of whether it's coming or not, this bad boy, and I'm gonna start with Zach here. Where's our pre-order for this? Is it ever going to be announced? I know we kind of disagree on the N1 Starfighter, but you think that we're going to get a pre-order for this?
I think we will, but I think it's also that Hot Toys thing where they got to flex a bit on the third-party companies and kind of freak them out a bit. I would hope that that's not just what they're doing, because they did it with this, they did it with the Batmobile. I would be shocked if we didn't get this. But at the same time, this kind of like Hot Toys' MO, just to flex a bit, kind of freak out the people that are pre-ordering the third-party things. And I think it did have an effect, because I want to say it was 1/6 kit. They allowed people to cancel and refund their deposits, because this was shown right after I think it was like the one or two third-party ones. So I guess it did have some effect, and I hope it's made for more than just that. But yeah, I think we'll get it, to be honest.
Yeah, and I guess, I mean, what's another few months at this point when it's from a movie that came out in 2017? When was Homecoming out? Yeah, so Hot Toys just doing their Hot Toys things. Okay, Rich, what do you think? Are we going to get this one up for pre-order, and where the heck is the pre-order?
Well, like you said, I mean, we've waited ages for this one, so what's a few more months? If they do release this, though, it's going to be the price of a vehicle. The size of this is so big. I think we're looking at nearly a tumbler price. You're looking at 600, if I'm honest. I think it's going to be a lot of money. I don't think it's going to fly off the shelves. I think a lot of people might have been kind of spideyed out. And I think this Vulture, it does look impressive. If they have a Keaton head sculpt, then that will make it even more impressive.
That's the key. They need that
That's
Keaton
the key.
head sculpt.
That's the key. That's the key. Yeah. I think they need to get that absolutely spot on. If they do, there'll be a lot more people ordering that. But I'm not holding out hope for it, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Pair him up with your Morbius.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could, couldn't you? Yeah.
Oh, man. All right, Mario, where the heck are you putting this thing when it gets announced? I'm going to stick to that, when it gets announced.
In the trash, bro. I ain't getting this. Hell no,
Wow,
dude.
really?
No. No, why? No. Nah, man, I've got no reason to pick this up, man. I'm not a fan of this. It looks cool, but this ain't for me, dude. I ain't picking this up. Don't need it in the collection. Whether or not we'll get it, that's still an interesting question. I kind of think that we won't, but there's too much evidence, stating the otherwise. I think this is just they're still jabbing at what's his name?
Yost?
Yeah. I think they're still jabbing at him and just trying to also these third party figure companies that are putting it out.
The fact that they've used the same exact support mechanism for the wings that he engineered, it also feels like an insult. Maybe that's the only way you could do it, but it's like, damn, they just straight jacked that.
Like the Marvel Legends.
What was that saying? Good artist copy, but great artist steal.
That's right.
So there you go.
Picasso.
Great minds think alike.
Do you know, on this though, I thought the Jazz Inc. one had two non-transparent rods coming straight down from the wings. And what am I not seeing here?
Oh, you might be right. This one comes down
Yeah.
to one piece on the flight stand, and that one I think was two. So You're right.
It's on the back, isn't it? It spreads out. I think this one is tidier because it's transparent and it's supported from the back. Whereas what I've noticed from the Jazz Ink one, the wings come out and then it's these two very obvious support poles. So this looks cleaner. Like,
Yeah, and when I saw this in person at Comic-Con, was killer. Like honestly, like seeing the pictures, I was like, not that interested. But they had him pose up in like a more dynamic pose with kind of his legs lifted up, and I was like, this, yeah, could be an incredible piece. But Shane, no way you're touching this one if it gets announced.
I love Homecoming. I do love Homecoming. I want to see it. I think you know me. I think it's going to be a no, but I do think this is coming. I do. Think
On one
this
of your
is coming.
floating shelves, like right at the top of the pyramid, this could look sick.
Yeah, I'm getting two. No, I'll take a look. I'll take a look. I'm just I do think they're going to do this. I'm interested to see how they do it. Do those little turbines spin? What lights up? Is the Keaton head sculpt there? So yeah.
All right. Let's see. We'll skip Joao for now. Ben, what are you thinking? You think they're going to announce this? Would you put it in your Maji case?
You can skip me as well, to be honest, because yeah, it's an easy no. I don't actually. I've sort of made a rule for myself that I'm not collecting MCU because I've got kind of MCU represented on my wall in terms of like a life-size cap shield, and that will kind of do me. Like I like to kind of tick off like, right, I've got that thing that I love represented in some way in my room. So yeah, it's an easy no. I'm out of the MCU game. The only MCU figure that I'm tempted by is that Sandman base that comes with Toby.
Oh,
so
really?
if anyone gets Toby and doesn't want the base, then hit me up.
Wow. Okay. All right. You know, Mario said the same thing about being out of the MCU a few months ago, and look at him; he's all back in. So I'm gonna give you some room to change. Okay. What was that, Mario? Sorry, you're on mute, bro.
No, I've actually got to focus, man. I'm figure focused like Shane, bro.
Wow, focus
not
like
everything.
Shane.
Figure focused like Shane, bro.
That's a bar right there. Damn. That's awesome. Okay, Dean, we're getting an announcement on this bad boy. Where are you putting it?
If I honestly really do see this coming out, only because like the third party ones like kind of popped up out of nowhere, like they were all getting ready for something. And Zach and I have like this working theory that like everybody talks to each other, and someone caught wind of Hot Toys like actually doing it, so people were trying to get ahead of it. So I definitely do think this is going to come out at some point. And I would totally get this if it came out like fucking 10 years ago when the movie came out. Dear Lord. Like any hype
just a little
for this,
late.
yeah, is long gone. Like so long gone. Fucking, I don't even think what's his face is going to be Spider-Man anymore at this point. Like it's just so far gone. Like absolutely not. Hard pass for me.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna still stick to we're getting this one, and yeah, again, I think I would need to have it. No clue where I'd put it, but it's such a beautiful piece. So, all right, let's see a few more photos from the convention. Don't know how that got in there. Sorry about that, boys. Actually, you know what? That's that is it. That is what I had lined up to talk about today. You know what? What was it? I'll send you that one for sure. I'll drop it in that private chat that we have. I do want to talk about one other figure because, you know, when I started Bargain Bin Bros, you know what I would say when Ben and I started Bargain Bin Bros, the mission kind of was like to talk about figures that might be on discount and ones that already are on discount. And so I want to talk about this Captain Marvel Deluxe because so many folks hate Captain Marvel, and it's at 30% off now for this figure. So just curious, does anyone have this one? And is this something that maybe at 30% could be, you know, potential good value to add to the collection?
Bro, they'd have to pay me 30% to take it. Absolutely not. This, never.
I only want the cat.
The cat, right?
It's actually Flurkin. Just
the Flurkin. You know, this one comes with the, you know, the faux leather jacket, and she's got the two sculpts. Like, I feel like for 30% off. And the Jumbo hand. Right?
Marco,
Yeah,
this one last year was selling here for 120, and no one wanted it. No one was picking it up. It was what 120 the deluxe.
So how low? So you have this one though, right?
No, I don't have. Don't insult me.
See, I think this is an underrated figure, honestly. Like, I think it's kind of a cool figure. I didn't love Captain Marvel the first time I saw it, but kind of watching it a second time, I was like, okay, it's got some redeeming qualities. And especially now, all the mediocre MCU shows we've gotten, it kind of feels like, okay, it feels a head and shoulders above some of the not great episodes we've gotten of those. So, all right, Joao, I hear you though. Even at 30% off sideshow costs, it's still not close to what it is in Hong Kong. But no one else have this? Mario, you're back on MCU. Would you add this at all?
Nah, Endgame, bro. That's where my heart is at right now.
Oh, the Endgame one with the short hair.
Yeah, I think the Endgame one looks better than this.
Far better.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Dang, all right. No takers at 30% off. And this is a sad point we're at with Hot Toys right now. Even at 30% off, they can't give these bad boys away.
It's still a lot of money though, Marco. That's the thing. It's like it's these things aren't $20. These things are still hundreds of dollars. So even if they are a third off, it's still a lot as it is.
Still
and if there's
spending.
a character that you don't care about, you're still spending money on something that you don't really care about. What's the point?
Yeah, that's a really good point, honestly. Like, even at a steep discount, these things are... Ben Thomas, I know you've been canceled, but I'm going to let you go one more time. Anything that you'd ever consider at an extreme discount?
She's way blonder in this photo than the last
Be
one.
careful with your words.
Always. I try to be. You'd be surprised. Sorry I had to get off the stream there for so long, guys. I apologize. It's a crazy work day in the background here. But this figure would not be something that I would go for. So, to be honest with you, I agree. I like the Endgame version better. But just kind of like you were just saying, you know, like these, like Rich was saying, these are expensive figures. Even if I get a 30% discount on a figure, by the time I pay the customs fee to get it across the border and the shipping, that almost adds $100 Canadian every time, no matter any way I swing it. So it has to be a figure that I still really want in my collection, not just like a nice to have because it's slightly discounted. So it's the reason I like the Bargain Bin stream though, because Bargain Bin Bro stream, because I get to see all the things that might hit stream, you know, lower costs in the future, so I can plan my life a little bit better. But I didn't even really like the character all that much, to be honest. So I feel like that's the other thing. For me, I'll definitely pay the money if the character resonates with me, but this one just didn't. So
okay, I hear that, bro. Definitely hear that. I will say 41 right now in the chat. Hit the like button, please. Subscribe to the Ben Thomas Show. Subscribe to Collecting Weekly. 1/6 Figure Focus. You could pass on that one. Obviously, subscribe there.
You can pass on me too.
Subscribe to Big Red.
But before you pass, you should really watch my collection tour video that dropped.
Yes, dude. So tell us about this collection tour video you got coming up.
It's already live.
I scheduled this at 4:00, so it's out there. It's out there. But it's out there. So that's it. So there's that, and then I did a Shit Collectors Say Part 2 about a week ago, and yeah, that was fun to make. So they're up there if you want to have a look at them.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely check those out. So yeah, I think we could probably wrap around here. So I was starting to go down the line, but let me start with you, Ben. What do you have coming up on the channel? Obviously, you just got those NECA Ninja Turtles.
Got some NECA Ninja Turtles. About a week ago, I did my own little collection tour of my of the little man cave that I got down here. So if you hadn't had a chance to check that out, definitely do so. Otherwise, I've got some other ideas in mind for the channel of stuff I want to keep going forward. I want the channel to be fresh, right? And have people to have a reason to tune in. So stay tuned for that. I don't want to give too many spoilers away yet, but you'll see some changes at the Ben Thomas Show in the next couple weeks. And then I'm always on with the lovely boys over at Collecting Weekly every Tuesday night as a guest host there. Always have a really good time with those guys, and I try to be a little more politically correct than I was today. So crossed fingers, no cancellations, and we're good to go. You'll see me there. And then occasionally in the LWO chat with you guys whenever I get a chance to be on a Friday night here and there. So always a good time, but lovely to see all you fine gentlemen in the chat once again. Thank you for having me, as always.
Thank you for joining, brother.
When you do the LWO chat, can you change your name to Benito, please?
Benito.
Benito, that's amazing.
Good call.
Yeah, the Ben Thomas show's gonna be wild with no Ben Thomas, but I guess we'll sort through that. But Dean, what's going on? You know what? I'm gonna skip you, bro. We'll go to Zach. Zach, what's coming up on collecting week?
Go to
No,
Zach.
dude, Dean. I want to hear what Dean has to say. What's
Dean
coming up?
always fumbles this every time. Fumbles the
Go.
ball.
I gotta hear it. I want to hear it. I want to hear what Dean has to
Dare
say.
you? You want to know what we got coming up on the channel, bro? Zach, what do we got coming up? Just kidding. Yeah, tonight we got Club with John, comics and statues. Tomorrow we got Pose Wars.
Don't you
Those
have
horses back,
OFAC
baby.
coming in 2 hours?
No, OFAC
Yeah,
was
last night.
yesterday.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
yesterday.
OFAC was Thursday.
What
yeah,
timing too for OFAC, man? That's crazy.
Oh, poor
I know. We
What
actually
happened
planned it like
yesterday?
that.
How dare you do
Oh my God.
Just kidding.
savage, man?
So Saturday we got Pose Wars. We're doing 12 scale this time, just for an episode. see how
Change it
goes.
up, mix it up.
Yeah, so if you guys want in, hit us up. Monday night we got unboxings. Tuesday is our main show. You guys are on it. We talk about 6 scale news, stuff that's come out, issues that everybody has had during the week. Then Wednesday we have After Dark, where we shoot the shit and hang out for however long and just have fun. And then Thursday it's Small Talk, where they talk about lower scaled figures in terms of price. So
I was gonna say, geez.
yeah,
we just-
like Marvel Legends, NECA, stuff that doesn't cost hundreds of dollars. Except they do talk about Mezco, so that's kind of expensive.
Wow, Dean, you crushed that, bro. And I will ask, what's the movie of the week? Because I haven't watched it yet.
The King.
The King.
Oh,
Okay,
so
that's right.
good.
It's a
Okay.
great
So
movie.
fucking good.
Dang. All right. Well, yeah, lots of good stuff coming up on CW. Shane, anything else? So obviously you said collection tour. You've got things collectors or shit collectors say part 2. Any other videos we should be looking out for that are dropping soon?
I gotta give props to Joker J. Things collectors say, check out my collection tour. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Yeah,
That's awesome.
we're all guilty of them. No one gets away.
Yeah.
No,
Well, I
that's
guess I'm
pretty
not
much
putting
it.
one up.
I'm gonna go to sleep now, and then get up for LWO. I may or may not turn up, but I'm gonna try. And then
What do you mean
I'm
you may
trying
not
to,
turn up?
It's like 3:30 in the morning for you, right? When LWO is on.
Yeah, as in I'm. Listen, if I don't actually get up, I'll still be dreaming about you, Mario. Don't you worry. And
Oh, that's all that
guy.
matters.
I'm
I appreciate that.
yeah,
man.
that's all that matters. You know what I mean? So,
That's
but,
all that
like,
matters, bro.
I've
Sweet dreams
been
in that case,
harassing-
man.
the sweetest. I've been harassing. I've been harassing Zach as well to come on Visions. Like, so we're making progress there. So I'm looking forward to that. And then next target would be John, because we completely disagree on. I tell you everything. So yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, you might have to get John while he's driving on his way to work. This is where he does most of the content. So, but yeah, no, awesome. Thank you for coming on today, Shane. Joao, what do you have coming on? I apologize. I thought you had a stream coming up soon, and that was my mistake. So thank you for joining.
Where did you see that?
I saw it on YouTube, but it was actually a stream from 4 months ago. So I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, but it was do you not do Collectors Unite anymore or what?
Collectors Unite, maybe you saw, because it was scheduled for yesterday. It was
Okay,
the Hong Kong edition with collectors from Hong Kong.
Oh.
But it was rescheduled for next Thursday.
That's what I saw. Okay.
Yeah. Part of that, I just reviewed the Bloodsport from Suicide Squad, the Social Toys one. And I've been telling that I already 3 streams. I said that I'm going to put on the review, the Daft Toys of the Shawshank Redemption, Red. I have the review ready, but I'm a bit lazy to go to edit the video, so bear with me 1 or 2 days, because
it
that's
comes with
amazing
a lot
set.
of stuff too, right?
Yeah, it comes with a bench, with a prison bench, comes with a chess set, comes with a lot of stuff. It's a whole diorama. That is a huge box from Daft Toys. Looks quite cool. But thanks for having me, and I will be. You streaming what time? LWO? It's 9.
It is
EST.
10 p.m.
Yeah, 10
Eastern
yeah,
time.
10 a.m. your time, bro.
Okay, so it's after our stream because I will be streaming with Dante at 8:30, Man of Hot Collectibles. So I think I can sleep 4 hours tonight. It's amazing.
Wow.
I need to wake up on time for stream.
Oh my, you're a madman. You never sleep, bro. Except
The
during
things I
Thor.
do
If you
for
want
you.
to sleep, just put on Thor.
No, I will never watch
Batman.
that movie again. Or the Batman. Batman. It's okay. I start to
It's easier to go to sleep too, though, man. Let's be honest.
to grow on me. But you know what? I watched Thor. I fell asleep, and then right after I watched Pinocchio.
How is
And
Pinocchio?
And that kept you awake?
It's not horrible, but it's not that good. I think the other one that will come on Netflix in December will be from Guillermo del Toro. Will be better.
I don't know. What?
Is
it better than Thor?
It's better than Thor. Pinocchio every day. This one, The Love and Thunder. You are crazy. What movie is that? There are goats. There's a guy that only has a head and 2 feet. What's this? What?
Yeah, it was a while. Thank you for joining, Shane. Thank you for joining,
Shane.
brother. Have a good night, man.
Okay, Shane. Hope to see you
next
later.
time. See you
Yeah,
at
yes,
LWO,
me too.
hopefully.
I'll try to try. my
Otherwise,
best.
sweet dreams, man.
Thank you. Yeah. Always. See you.
See you, man.
All right, Ben, the attention-seeking geek. What do you have? I said that really weird, but what do you have coming up on the channel? And thank you for joining today, brother.
No worries. Thanks for having me. It's been nice to let off steam with some good company.
Hope you're feeling a bit better now, man.
Absolutely. Well, I'm feeling tired now.
Yeah.
So yeah. But no, the video I mentioned earlier, the MCU figure ideas for Hot Toys, is on my channel. Just a quick video over there. Also, if you're a fan of Marco and Gigi, they did appear on my She-Hulk Intranale episode, where I look at the introductory episode and the finale episode of different shows. So that was good fun. I've got a random What If Ghostbusters video on there at the moment. So I go on to Triple G Comics What If show every month, and we basically pitch kind of fan fiction ideas for different things. And this month was Ghostbusters, so my Ghostbusters video is on my channel. And then my brand new live show starts tomorrow. So that's at 9 p.m. British time, and it's called the Figure Fantasy Show. So I will hopefully be joined by Marco. I've got Mario coming on as well, and who else is on? Cam's collection, Triple G Comics, and am I forgetting anyone? Oh yeah, and Costa from Pop Culture Living Room. So basically, people are going to come on, and we've got 3 different themes, and we pitch fantasy figures that have never been made before that we would like to see made, and then the chat will vote.
Yeah, I love this idea.
Yeah. So it's a pilot, so it could go 1 or 2 ways, but I'm really looking forward to it. So that'll be tomorrow over on my channel at 9 p.m. British time.
Do we get any cosplay from you for tomorrow morning?
It's hard to sort of know what to, come as. Like, I kind of want to, I kind of want to acquire like a cheesy gold, like game show host jacket.
That would be killer.
It's going to be a bit game showy, but
Okay.
yeah, I've only got 24 hours to acquire that, so maybe not for tomorrow.
Yeah,
Can I be me, Marco? Will you let me
No,
be
you
me?
can't. I'm sorry. That's not acceptable. So
You just want me in a wig and lipstick at any
were
given opportunity.
kind of a bad bitch. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. It was a little bit unsettling.
Yeah, what's more unsettling is how comfortable I am. Maybe even more so dressed like that.
Yeah, no, love it, man. You were rocking the hell out of it, so that was
Thanks, dude.
awesome to see.
Yeah. I tucked and everything.
You did the one that you did the Grand Inquisitor, right? I think that one was perfect.
Thanks. I nearly
by the way-
sweated that shit off.
By the way, did you guys watch the Disney Plus that show the Obi-Wan? It was released today. It's great actually.
The behind the
Wait, what
scenes
is it?
thing.
Like
Behind the
Like
scenes
behind the scenes
Obi-Wan.
ones? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
good. It's
I was
really
gonna say that
good.
show came out a
Yeah.
while ago, bro.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
In China, they get it a little later, so.
They had to edit out all the.
Yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, thanks again, Ben. So
No worries.
Rich,
Thanks, man.
yeah, Rich, thank you for jumping on, and yeah, glad to finally get you on the channel. What do you have coming up on yours?
First of all, thanks so much for everybody on the panel and on the chat today for being so welcoming. Thank you so much. With regards to my channel, I'm going to have a week off. I'm taking my family down to Devon with my daughter and my wife, so it's going to be really nice to have a bit of time with them. But what I've started doing, I don't know if everyone's seen it yet, but on my channel, Reviews with Rich, please subscribe. I do it's every fortnight at the moment, but it will be going to a weekly live stream where I do a recommend a film, where it's called the Film Club. And so for the first episode, it was 1989 Batman. Well, it was me, Ben, Leal, Cam, and Shane. We all basically talked for an hour and a bit about that film and obviously impact on collecting, etc. This week that's just gone on Tuesday, it was Top Gun Maverick, where it was myself, Leal, Shane, and Cam, and we all talked the film, and we had a really great time, a really good laugh on that one. And then on the 20th of September, I'm doing Rogue One, where I'll be again assembling a bit of a panel together. I've got Leal, Ben, Cam, and Shane, and we're all going to basically talk about the film, and obviously that will kind of bleed into the hot toys that were released, and obviously that will go with Andor as well, because obviously that's been released that week. So it's a good little prep for people because they know how that person's going to die. By watching Rogue One, so doing that, and then I will be doing regular movie news and reviews, as well as hot toys and statues that will be coming in as well, including the Hush Batcave that I'm going to be unboxing soon. So yeah, thanks again for having me, and I really appreciate it. So yeah, so everyone who hasn't subscribed to me yet, it's Reviews with Rich on YouTube. Thank you.
Boom, go subscribe to Rich and to everyone else here on the panel. Zach and Odin kind of gave us a rundown, but I want to give you the opportunity to plug two things. First of all, Dopey Duck. What's going on with that? How do we get that hold of some ducks?
Yeah. So that's my NFT project that my wife and I did. We launched it this week. Finally figured out how to do it. So you can go to dopeyducks.com, and if you have the right currency, which is Polygon Matic, you can buy them. They're super cheap right now. We've already sold like 300 of them, and I think probably next week we'll raise the price because we kind of put like an introductory price, but quite a bit sold faster than I thought. And yeah, it's just like you can see here, this is what they look like. Oh, no, maybe not. Yeah, they look like this. So they're just NFTs, and my wife did the art for them, and I was kind of the brains behind the operation. But yeah, I think they came out pretty good, and it hit like trending on a few different NFT pages, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, it's been about a year in the works, so proud to finally be able to launch that.
Awesome, brother. Congratulations on that, man. And yeah, definitely looking forward to getting some more ducks.
There we go.
And then other thing I want you to plug, OxCon. We doing some live content upcoming or what?
Hopefully. We got to figure it out because everyone wants to do like 50 things. So I think content creation is like at the bottom of that list of things people want to do. But yeah. Marco, Danny, Mark, Paul, a bunch of sweet angels are coming down. Some of the Patreonies that live in Houston and Dallas are coming down to San Antonio. So we're all going to get together for a weekend and hang out. So it should be pretty fun. And hopefully, in theory, we'll have some tiny amount of content to produce. It might be just mostly vlogs from what I'm getting now that, the schedules are getting pretty full. But it'll be neat. It'll be neat. So that's what we'll be doing in October.
Okay,
It's
awesome.
October 6th, 7th, and 8th, I think.
That's right.
So
okay.
I'm real excited for that.
Yeah, lots of broing out there. So yeah, thank you again for joining, Zach, and glad to hear you're doing a little bit better now. So.
Hell yeah, baby.
Yeah, looking forward for Pose Wars being back too. I know I'm never invited again, but one of these days I'll sneak on. So
Wow.
Yeah, and I will just say quickly, so obviously subscribe to Collecting Weekly, Reviews with Rich, Attention Seeking Geek. I cannot say attention today for some reason. To Big Bretta, to El Profesoro, and to the Ben Thomas Show, obviously. Subscribe to all my brothers here, my Bargain Bin Bros. On our channel, the only thing we really have planned coming up is another episode of the She Said No podcast, really what got us our start. But Gigi's back in school now, so been a little bit challenging to find some time, but we will be getting one of those on the books in the next few weeks because I'm sure Gigi's going to need to vent and take out all her anger on me. So, yeah, look forward to that. Again, if you're watching this, hit the like button, subscribe to everyone here on the panel, subscribe to us here at 16fix. And since I've got my boy Dean on, Dean, I would love it if you wouldn't mind taking us out.
With one of my sweet byes.